evening all. Live chat 134 coming to you from Brooksy's Bass Corner here in London, here in the UK. It's Tuesday night, it's 8 o'clock. It's live chat night, isn't it? Of course. Despite last week being on a Wednesday, tonight, this week, it's back to Tuesday, the way it should be. Everything's right with the world. Hope you're well. Hope your bass playing's going great. Come on in. You're amongst friends. We're talking bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, electric low end. Good to see you. Thank you for joining in so forthrightly yesterday on the workshop live chat that we did yesterday, where I had 3 basses in the workshop, sorting them all out, getting them ready for filming and demoing. Bill Derbyshire, good to see you too. Hope you're well. So come on in. We're talking basses, bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, great bass players, albums with great bass playing on. There's so much bass news this week. I don't know how I'm going to cram it all in. We've got news about Rush. We've got news about new gear coming out. On top of all that, got a little announcement. Check this out. We got there 3 different straps, 2 parts from the same type of strap, and then something else that I had hanging up that I didn't even know I had. So anyway, ready? Strap there. Well done, sir. I'll send you a little something. Well done. Well done. Young Gareth has played a blinder, ladies and gentlemen. So regulars here on the channel will know. It's been a long, drawn-out process, frankly. I've had that bass almost exactly 2 years. I bought it in October 2023 from Bass Brothers. Use it for the Uncle Funk disco show. But it has issues. It has major issues. It plays great. It sounds great. It does everything I want it to do. However, just turn the output down a bit. I'm getting full whack voice in my headphones. It doesn't balance. It's never balanced. It's not balanced in all its life. How Warwick designed that bass, okay, it's a much cheaper version of the Bootsy bass than the full-blown LEDs throughout and 25 pickups and, you know, several countries of inhabitants living under the scratch plate. But how they ever created that bass, tested it and put it out to market, and it doesn't balance. You can't play it stood up. You can't. You just can't. I don't care if you're 20 stone plus. You still can't play it because it's constantly trying to flip headstock down, body up, and it doesn't work. And I've been on gigs and been playing and taken my hands off the bass to clap, and the bass has just gone flipped, almost taking my armpit out with one of the points on the body. It's not great. Has never been great. Loads of you will know I've moaned about it here on the channel. Couldn't get it to work for love nor money. I bought 2 straps, spent over £100 on straps to try and solve it. Didn't solve it. I bought 15 of these, which are strips of wheel weights with adhesive backs. And I did a test run last year because I wanted to use that bass on festivals and stuff. And I sellotaped all these strips. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. I bought 15 of these. Get the weight up. I added almost, I think it was about 1.7 kilograms to the bass at one end to try and stop it from flipping. Didn't work. Nothing. I tried tying cans of beans and soup to one end, see if that would work. Nope. It wasn't a balance thing in terms of distribution of weight. It's nothing to do with weight. The bass is actually really light. It's there on the wall. It's really light. The problem is where they've put the strap buttons, and it just doesn't add up. And there's a 3rd button on the back. So they're positioned on the back for a start, which is rubbish. Should have been on the sides of the points. There's a 3rd button on the lower horn. And if you do that, the bass flips the other way. and goes downwards. So you have the body flying out top to bottom. It wants to flip over and turn itself left. So it just, the whole thing just badly does it. Warwick, you need a smack in the mouth for it. Anyway, we've tried various things, tried straps, tried weights, didn't know where to go. Next thing was to try and put a strap button on my belt. There's a guy, Steve, I can't remember his surname, Steve something. In the US, he's got an Alembic. He had a Stanley Clark Alembic, which has the same issues. It basically just flips. And he put a strap button with a strap lock on his belt, and had a like an extra belt strap, extra piece that ran out to the belt, clipped on with a strap lock, and then that would stop the thing flipping out. Could I find a fastener for the screw for a strap lock? I have tried all sorts of places, just haven't been able to do it. Bill, I can say, are you looking for a doodah? Yes, you can. Let me just, I'll send you an invite. Couldn't find a fastener for love nor money. Couldn't find anything that's going to, where's the strap button gone? I was looking at it. Here we go. So I had one of these. So basically, I need a fastener on the underside of that once it's gone through a belt to hold it in place. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. And I was kind of at a loss, and young Gareth Harrison came up trumps, didn't he? Sent me a video that he got presented on Facebook. It got sent to him in his feed. And it was some guy from the Philippines, and he had a guitar, and the thing was flipping. And it had an extra section of strap, and I'll show you what we ended up doing, so it makes sense. You can get some idea what I'm actually talking about. And so basically the guy had an extra piece of strap, like you get these on those sort of straps. You get a chunk, yeah? So basically the guy had his regular strap, and then he would put this piece onto the strap button, then put the main part of the strap onto the strap button, so you got two straps, and then you would feed it through this strap so it didn't pull out. And then when the bass is on, you flip the strap that's attached around the top horn of that bass, and it holds it in place, which is what you just saw on the video. And it works. I couldn't believe it this afternoon. I thought, I spent 100 quid on straps that were meant to kind of solve the problem. I already had the straps hanging up. So I'm not sure where this strap even came from. It's been on my my rail of straps on my door for a very long time. And I used the extra sections from a couple of Bass Center Elite straps, and it's worked. It's worked a treat. Ha! Baron von Status. Do me a favour. Bill, hello there. I'll add you both. Here we are. Hello. Yes, so.
Evening, Mike. Evening, Bill.
Hello there. We've got to the end of it. I'm very, very pleased. I can't tell you how happy I am, because it means that bass can now come out, earn its keep, earn a living, and it's not going to, hopefully, suddenly head towards the floor. I do have to keep an eye that strap that goes around the top horn doesn't fly off. And generally it didn't this afternoon, but I'm going to give it a good going over tomorrow. I'm going to run the set that I've got to do this weekend. And if I can do 2 1-hour sets and it doesn't come off, we're on to a winner. So tomorrow there will be at some point a Brooksy's Bass Corner workshop live chat again.
Another one. Wow.
Another one. I need to clean up the Bootsy bass because it's got all sorts of sellotape residue over it, and where it's been in a gig bag, it's gone a bit gammy. So I need to get it off with this fluid called sticky stuff, and it takes all that off. And I want to give the bass a bit of a polish and some carnauba wax, get it all right, get it out in the gigs, and we'll see where we are. And hopefully, probably by the end of November, it will be time for a restring, and then we'll give it all a good old cleanup. But if it gets past this weekend, that will be the main Uncle Funk bass from now on. So yeah, all good. It's been a good day, Gareth. There'll be a little something in the post. Don't know when, bear with me. I will sort you out because you sorted the problem. Well done, sir. So that was it. It was just a strap with that sort of design. I will do a video on this. There's been a load of stuff I've filmed over the months. So you just end up with 2 bits and it works.
You got there.
You saw it in the video. Well, we think we've got there. Now, the biggest problem of it all is the fact that with 2 pieces of that on the same button, trying to fit a rubber washer strap lock over the top it might work or it might not. I got it a couple of times this afternoon. It was okay. I've got a couple of times where it just pinged off. It inverted and pinged off. That end is a little more testing because, as you can see, hold that up, it's a fairly thick bit of strap. And this is the problem. I had like 4 or 5 straps. I thought, oh, this is going to work great. And then you put that end on and you couldn't get the washer on, which then you run the risk, is that going to pop off mid-gig? I need it to be fail-safe. We're moving around the stage all the time on an Uncle Funk show. So I will report back. By the weekend, I will tell you whether it's worked or not. But in a lounge-based test run for about 20 minutes, it seemed to be okay. There we are.
Yep.
Sorted.
So it could be that adventure has finally sort of come to an end with a bit of luck. So, but very annoying. I can't tell you what it's like. Well, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Bill, with your W base.
Yeah. Also, I have the issue of the WAV base as well, don't I? The radio. And
where are we with that?
Well, after your recommendation, I emailed Base Centre, who then asked me to call them, and I spoke to the tech, chap called Chris, I believe.
Chris Ward, yeah,
who was like thinking on his feet, going, "Well, having the battery in the wrong way, you shouldn't have blown it. That shouldn't happen." And I'm like, "Well, it has." And he said, "Send me some pictures." So I had to ring up the tech to send the guy who's got it. But basically what's happened is yesterday I sent out what he wanted was the old balance control out of it, which has got all the circuitry on it. That's what's plugged. That got posted off yesterday, arrived today, and they will be sending me a new one. And that will go to the tech. And apparently the tech says, it'll take all of about 30 seconds because everything's pins, tiny bit of soldering, you'll be out the door in 5 minutes.
There you go.
So I'm a very happy bunny.
So is that the Base Centre and Chris that have sorted you out there?
Yeah, with a guy called Dan Wood as well.
Yeah. Well done. There you go.
So,
I'll say thank you to Barry on your behalf when I see him.
After the reason I came on, I thought I had to thank you. Thank you for
That's
your...
all right. What we're here for, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what we're here for.
Mind you, it would have been better to have maybe it stayed broken because my good lady nearly bought me a replacement, but now it's getting fixed. That's out the window. But that particular design of bass they don't do anymore, but they do the
there
higher.
You go.
And there's a lovely one in Bass Brothers, 5-string for about 1,600 quid, and they're like 3.5. I think they've got over 3 grand brand new. So.
Well, I'm just pleased we managed to get a resolution on it. So, and it also means you've now got a line of communication with Chris and the Base Centre if anything else goes awry. Well done, Barry and the boys. I will, like I say, when I drop the Neil Murray bases back in a couple of weeks, I'll say thank you on your behalf.
I still would love to get one. I wouldn't mind one of them Neil Murrays. I might even treat myself.
That's it. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Well, I used to have an old one of their jazz bass when they sort of first did the bass collection.
The profiles.
Well, no, it was the jazz.
Portrait. Yeah, same as I've got there.
Yeah, and you know what I did? I offered it up in a raffle to raise.
Not the Bass Chat raffle.
No, for a a hot because I'm an ex-nurse. It was a reunion raffle, and it was to raise money for a department of the hospital I used to work for. What did I do that for?
I can't tell you.
Actually, that I made
Yeah.
up for it by winning the Sadowski from the Bass Brothers raffle. So
Fair enough.
One in
Fair
one.
enough. Well, you did all right in the end, I'd say.
yeah, absolutely.
I can see a load of messages flying in here. You're here on screen. Westford, evening. Good to see you. Electric Low End. Everyone's saying hello.
I'm
Good.
indeed here
Yes.
and present.
Electric. You are. Electric Low End. Bootsy Bass. Yes, indeed. Albriana, good afternoon from the great state of Texas. Hello, everyone. What's up, Brooksy? I've just, yeah. You were looking at that on, I'm guessing you mean the Bootsy Bass. Yeah. Andy Stratford will be here after 9:30. Maybe it's time to go full on Dusty Hill. Nah, not in Uncle Funk. That won't wash. That won't wash. James Howard, good to see you. Westford, do I have a new alembic? No. I see a Lightwood alembic headstock. You do? That's not new, though. That's been here 11 years. That's the 20th anniversary alembic. There's 3 alembics here. 20th anniversary, Mark King signature, 1990 Persuader. There we go. Oh, very good. There we go. There we go. There we go. Give me Java. Good to see you too.
ZZ Top Bass has just
there
come
you
out.
are. There you are. Yeah. Just get the beard in and you're laughing, really, aren't you?
Mm.
I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
I made that one.
That's good. Good to see. Did a good job on that. I've got some photos to share here. So some of you will know the merch has been selling quite nicely of late. I thought I'd added that. It's gone into the wrong profile, hasn't it, Mike? You dope. Just bear with me a moment. They are there. Or they should be. Where did I put them then? I see. You can't have... Right, sorry. Clicking on the wrong thing. Oh, no, it's video clips, you loon. Pictures we want to share. That's what I want to do. Right, image file. The fabulous Westford donning his Mark King quote T-shirt. Here we go. I'll remove that banner. You can see the young man doing his thing. There we go. Fits you perfectly. Look at that house. A stunning example there. Well done, sir. And then there's also, he bought a sweatshirt with Stacey's I'm with the bass player design, although you are the bass player. So I'm not sure what happened there. Got lost in translation. But anyway, looking quite fabulous. So if you're after merch, if you want to help the channel, Brooksy's Bass Corner merch, links are in the description box below. So there's a UK and Europe store, and there's a US and worldwide store. 170 items, roughly 15 different designs. Feel free to go and check it out. But thank you very much for buying that, Westford. Much appreciated, of course. Well done, sir. Oh, we put you back on screen. There we are. I'm all fingers and thumbs. There we go. Westford, I did 20th anniversary. Very nice. Yes, very, very, very nice. People saying hello to Rich. Westford, yes, the merch. Hope it's all serving you well.
Evening Low End. Very
go.
nice.
Yeah. That can go. There we are. So what's news? What's news? What's happening?
What's happening? Don't know. Bits and bobs.
You're selling a very, very nice Warwick thumb. I saw.
I am
on,
indeed.
Bass
Yes.
Chat.
Yes. A early one. They started the production of them in 1985, and this one is an 88, and it's number 145, is it, or something like that?
Okay.
True.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How's the neck?
Speedy, very speedy.
Okay. All right. Truss
Yeah,
rod
good.
working.
Yep, all good.
Always my first question, because
And it has the EMGs in it as well. Yeah.
Circuit Bartolini.
MEC circuit.
An MEC circuit in it.
Yes, but
Wow.
EMG pups. So yeah,
I'm wondering if it was maybe that circuit was retrofitted, because they didn't start to be a thing till 91, 92.
Well, the chap from Warwick sent me the spec sheet, so.
Oh, and it said MEC on it.
Mm,
Wow.
I will read
that
it
would
to
be
you.
a
One
very,
moment.
very early, very early one.
Yeah. Let's just find it on the phone for you.
What price you got that up for them?
2.5. Which seems, reasonable.
Mm.
Yeah, the only thing
High-ish.
I had a thumb, but being a big fella, it looked like a banjo on me.
Yeah.
Sounded lovely, but
With a neck like a toothpick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of me playing it in a pub in Cambridge, and it just looks like I've stolen it from a child or something.
Okay, so it's a thumb bass NT for neck through, of course. 4-stringer, serial number L15488 from November 88. It's actually production number 154. The neck's wenge, and it has wenge.
It's wengy. It's an African wood.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah,
it's like abalone.
For
years, I called it
inlays.
For years, I called it abalone, and it's abalone.
Yeah, and it has a wenge wood fingerboard. Bronze frets, just a nut. Neck through stroke hidden neck. Well, obviously. 3-piece solid Bubinga body with oil finish and beeswax, active JJ EMG pickups, and active MEC 2-band. And it was made in Pretzfeld, stroke Franconia. So
yeah, okay. The fact it's got bronze frets is an instant giveaway because they used brass.
Yeah,
from about 89, 90. So yeah, that shows you it's definitely a sort of changeover period. And the fact it's got the MEC circuit in it. Go on.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a nut, is that with the individual ones that you screw up in each hole?
I think it is. Yes. Let me have a look.
Yeah,
at the pictures briefly.
Yeah, you got a little. It used to be little individual threaded.
Yeah.
In each one, and I rated that sort of better than the new system, but my Warwick's got the adjuster nut, but it's the brass one with the two Allen
right.
keys.
Yeah.
That's a adjuster nut too.
Yeah, too. But I always adjuster nut ones. I really like them.
Ones were great. The only problem with the ones is that over time, if you drop those screws too tight, it would crack the nut and it would split. Yeah. And then
Do you mean like that, Bill? There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
That one there. Yeah, there you go.
I think that was good design.
Very good.
Well, very good. I nearly bought. Oh God, was that an 89 or a 90?
Mine's that.
Yeah.
I nearly bought an 89 or 90 off eBay. That would have been back in 2010, and I missed out on it in the auction. And I think it went
You'd
for
have looked
about
better to see than me and Richard being a littler bloke.
Well, it's a long old reach to that low F. You've got to get a taxi down there, you know. I think it went for
26 frets.
It should be.
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, on the
that was one of their big selling points in the late 80s was the fact they had 26
more
frets,
notes,
more than anyone else. More notes, longer neck, which is why on that sort of vintage of thumb, they look really long. If you ever watch Malcolm Foster, who was playing with Simple Minds at the time, he used to use a thumb bass on tour on Street Fighting Years tour,
Right,
He
yeah.
brings it out for a couple of songs, and this thing just looks so long. It's like literally
Huge
his whole
thing, yeah.
arm is stretched,
It
but the
does look
body's like this
proportion,
little
doesn't
thing.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that sold on eBay for about 1,030. I think I remember kicking myself because I put in
Yeah.
like, I think I put
Bargain.
in for like 1,007, and it went for about 1,030, and it was like, well, and now as you're trying to sell one, it's 2.5. So
Mm.
there you go. And in the scheme of things, compared to what's coming out of the Warwick shop,
Yeah.
4 or 5 grand starting money. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. So it's a
stupid,
bargain, basically.
absolutely
Yeah.
stupid for Warwicks at the moment.
Yeah.
it's crazy crackers. Someone's buying stuff. I don't know who. I don't see people using them that much anymore. They were everywhere for such a long while, and the price of them now, no one can, unless you're a Warwick, dyed in the wool Warwick user. I don't know people that really would choose it as their main. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Someone who's like, "Whoa, that's all I've ever used, and that's all I can ever use."
I'll tell you what surprises me. The ones that, because mine's a Warwick Streamer CV, so that their attempt at more of a jazz type bass within the Warwick thing. So you've only got 21 frets and what have you. The neck profile was very different from what an original thumb or streamer would be.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Like you see some of the shops that where the like Andertons, they got ones that are sort of end of, they were like 4 grand to start with. They're now flogging for like 2,000 odd. But second hand ones like mine, you're picking them up for 1,500-1,400 quid.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I suppose because there's no active circuitry, it's a passive bass. But they're really good quality and lovely sound on them. So if you want a Warwick, a sort of a price, then I'd go with the with the CVs, stream CV.
They the biggest thing I see on forums and even on Warwick's own sort of their forum on their site and pages and what have you is the hardware. The amount of people that go through Warwick tuners. And they're constantly having to reorder them. They just break for some reason. And then just
touching every bit of wood, and I've owned a lot of Warwicks. That has never ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Now you know what'll happen. They'll all drop off tomorrow.
Of course, exactly. All the rubber washers will go ping and they'll rot. It just seems to be a thing.
I must admit,
not so.
The wooden, like they have the wood, because I've got wooden, but I put them on. The wooden sort of tuner heads. Yeah. I thought when I saw them coming out on like their custom and what have you, I thought they're not going to work. They're going to break, but they're actually
Bernie does that on his.
Yeah.
And they're good. The only problem with that sort of wood, well, depending on what wood you use, as Bernie will attest to, is if it's quite porous timber, it's the piece of the bass that gets touched the most with your fingers because you're constantly tuning. Yeah. So over time, that just gets grottier and grottier. So you kind of have to give them a bit of a clean up now and again. But
the thing is, if they go, I've got the old ones that took off.
Oh yeah.
Put them straight back on. But that gets used a lot. That one. That's,
so Rush reforming.
Rush reformed. Yeah, I saw it
and,
other evening. I thought,
got a young lady in on drums, German drummer, who I think is over here for some for the drum show in Liverpool. I think it is in a couple of weeks' time. I know because a friend of mine is.
Watch some of the clips playing.
I haven't had a chance yet. I've been flat out today.
He's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's really knows her stuff. So
I think they'll shift a few tickets.
I'm not the hugest Rush fan.
No, likewise. I've had people asking me all day, "Are you going? Are you?" And it's like, I really like Rush, and there's a couple of albums that I got into back in the 90s and what have you, but I'm not sure I could sit through a whole night of it, and I'm not paying stupid amounts of money for the privilege. So
I mean, I've got like Geddy's book about basses and what have you, because it's interesting, but they seem to be sort of rejuvenated and quite looking forward to it.
Well, I'm sure they are.
They're even going to bring some. He reckons he might bring in a keyboard player as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've seen
Yeah,
Yeah, he
stuff
did. Yeah.
today on Bass.
Alex Lifeson said that they should work on their dance routine, so he doesn't.
It's a bit late in the day for that.
Yeah.
But I did see a few people moaning that they were going, oh, they can't bring in extra musicians. It won't be the same. It's like, oh, lads, whether you like it or you don't like it or what, they're going to do what they want. So you're just going to have to. It's the same thing as Queen doing their thing. And
Absolutely. And of course, gigs will be absolutely packed wherever they go. So
it'll be all sold out.
Yeah,
It'll be all sold
absolutely.
out. None of that is not going to sell out, and they've done the right thing. They're announcing select dates, see what the take up is, and then you can add extras in and around it. But now you're getting all the people going, why aren't they coming to our city, and why aren't they doing it? Just, it will be what will be. They're old men, let them just crack on, do what they want to do. And if you want to go, and if you don't, then no one's forcing you.
At the end of the day, they don't need the money. They just they're to play again. So why not?
That's it.
Yeah.
Let them do what they want to do. People saying hello. Gareth, made from pot alloy. I'm guessing that's the Warwick hardware
keys,
we were discussing. Yes, Richard, quite. Everyone buy Mike merch. Quite right too.
Absolutely. I have.
Although, are you wearing it? I can't see.
It hasn't arrived yet.
It has. Okay.
No.
It will.
I only
normally.
As you go.
I think it normally comes DHL, and it's about 3 to 4 days from completion of order. So enjoy. What we got here? Literally, Richard, I'll by the end of the month. Oh, buying Mike merch. Well done, Electric Glowing. Fabulous. Thank you. If you hold on, hang on, where have I put my post-it? 2 seconds. I have the schedule of discounts. We read this out last week. I'll read it out again. So from tomorrow through till the 12th, 20% off, but you got to spend €70 in Europe. But then from the 22nd to the 26th of October, 25% off discount. And from the 31st of October to the 2nd of November, it's 20% off. So there are some discounts coming up. There we are. Westford, Rush is basically the reason why you started bass. Well, there you go. You got to go and see them, surely. Once in a lifetime opportunity. You got to go. I mean, I've said if Queen do the Sphere, which they're talking about, then I'm going. But I know the tickets for that are going to be horrendously expensive, but it could well be their last hurrah. We don't know. Brian's 77, 78. They aren't going to do too much longer, so you're going to have to take these opportunities, but it will be a bun fight for tickets for that, because Sphere is not a huge auditorium, and you're going to have, if they announce this is our final hurrah, you're going to have people flying in from all over the world for those shows, so it'll get expensive.
Just a little bit.
Westford, it's great to see them reform, as in Rush. Yeah, good. Go on, Bill.
Oh, and I was just saying, because you sort of know the bass player, Mr. What's his name? Clough.
Mr. Fairclough. Yes.
Clough.
Yes.
See if he can bung you a ticket if they do it.
Yeah, I think we chat reasonably often, and I don't tend to pry on the Queen front because he cannot ever say anything, and he knows I'll be the
NDA,
completely discreet, and I wouldn't divulge anything that he said, but I don't even pry with that. He'll tell me when there's stuff to know, so we go with that. I'm sure for a gig out there, yes, he probably could swing me a ticket, but it's a hell of a long way and an expensive flight and hotel if then you turned up on the day and there wasn't one.
Definitely.
So on different if it was London and what have you, but when you're going to Las Vegas or wherever it might be, that's a long way to go, and then find out you remember that ticket. Oh, sorry, there's no tickets. You can't take that risk, really, which would be a shame. But no, I think if it gets announced, if it does happen, I'll be going to that. So yeah, there we are.
Lovely.
So I wanted to say thank you to everyone that joined us on the Workbench live chat yesterday, which we did. It was very
Absolutely.
spur of the moment. I had a couple of
I was
bases
there.
to. You were for
Mhm.
almost the full duration, and
Nearly, yeah.
yeah, and we got just under 8,500 views.
Really? That's,
Yeah, for me doing some work on a workbench with some bases. So if you did watch that, or even if you've watched it since, I'll put a link up if anyone wants to check it out. But thank you. It was most surprising. I wasn't expecting that sort of turnout, but I'll take it. You know, a win is a win, and I'll take those wherever they might occur.
Definitely, yeah.
So if you want to see me trying to get my hands around a status matrix, Fender Jazz Plus, and what was the other one? The Ibanez Thomann.
Thomann, yeah.
Yeah, I was cleaning them up, restringing them, getting all the intonation stuff done. Now, people that were watching will know we hit a bit of a snag with the Jazz Plus. I couldn't find where the truss rod point was. So basically, it's a very small hole, and the nut that you put the Allen key in is like really recessed. Now, last person to adjust that neck, it's skewed off to the left a bit, which is why I couldn't get the Allen key to access the point of connection. So I had a word with my mate John at the gallery, and I said, "You've got one in stock. Can you tomorrow, if you get 2 minutes, could you just put an Allen key or one of your tuning wrenches in there and see if you can connect? I want to make sure that it is an Allen key and not a screwdriver connection."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, I'll check it." And as it is, he didn't. But I'd got back to him this morning because I shone a torch into that cavity, and you could just see the metal, and it had moved to the left-hand side. And I thought that's why it wasn't connecting. So the end of the Allen key was basically rubbing around the end of the truss rod opening. So it wasn't going in.
Scary,
so,
that is.
Tomorrow, yeah. So tomorrow, when I'm on the workbench, I'll take that back in and see if I shine a bright light down it, I should be able to guide it in, but maybe not. We'll see.
Do you use regular Allen keys, or do you use like the Fender T-Bar one?
I have a set of those home base ones, but yesterday I was finding that was going to cause me a problem. Yeah, I know. I think I need some Fender ones. I did buy some Draper ones, but they're not as flexible as those. Yeah. The Draper ones are like rock solid. And when I ordered them, I thought they would have some flex. There's no flex in them. You got to have those. Yeah. So, yeah. And those things aren't cheap. Are those StewMac ones, or are they proper Fender ones?
Probably that's proper Fender one.
Right. Okay.
Actually, did I? Yeah. I bought this. And I bought like a obviously that's for like, and also because I got a custom shop, I've got a flathead one for like
to the
neck, doing the other ends and that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Juice, you're joining from the hospital bed, so be watching rather than interacting due to all the gubbins I'm hooked up. Mate, get well soon. You don't have to tell us what the issue is, but we can provide some entertainment and get you through the evening. It'll be my pleasure.
Yes.
But, get well soon.
I always carry Imperial set in the red.
Yeah, quite right.
And metric set in the blue. So yeah.
Has to be done.
Does.
Has to be done. But that was it was preying on my mind all night last night, and I was thinking, our lighting in here tends to be a bit sort of what's the word? Yellow. We've got what's the colour? God.
Magnolia, you mean?
Thank you. So our walls in our hallway are that, and so you've got yellow light and yellowish cream walls. Suddenly everything isn't that bright. So in daylight today, I went outside in sunlight with a torch and looked down into that truss rod cavity, and like I say, I could just see the metal glinting, and it was just over to one side. So yes, we will get to the bottom of that. But anyway, the bass is playable and it's all great, so no problem there. But yes, we'll be doing a live chat tomorrow from the garage, from the workbench, and I will get the Bootsy all cleaned up and ready to rock and roll, and we'll get that out at the weekend and see how it does. It could, hopefully, that strap will have solved all the problems.
So,
Mr. Harrison, I salute you.
there
Well
you go.
done, sir.
Absolutely. That looks brilliant.
Mm.
So the big question is, are you going to go on in a top hat and
No.
Bootsy
No.
glasses and everything?
No. Well, I do have some Bootsy kind of sunglasses, but I don't wear them for the shows because the last set of glasses I had, I got prescription lenses put in a set of sunglasses, so I wear them on stage because it means I've got non-blurred vision. Fabulous. And regarding the costume, no, because we all wear the same thing, all the guys, and it makes washing and upkeep a lot easier.
Yeah.
Aside from caps, which I'd never wore caps until I started this YouTube channel. I'm not a hats kind of guy.
No.
Never have been. Hate
I'm not
hats.
either. No.
But and also on the Uncle Funk shows, they tend to get quite hot. That hat would be devastated within about 3 months. It would smell horrible, look dreadful, and trying to look after hats on a show, it's a night. It's bad enough with the headpieces and stuff, but that's not my department to look after them.
Have you ever been sort of so hot or dehydrated or anything like that you've had to sort of walk off of a gig?
Nah.
Not actually walk off. I was doing a classical gig when I was much, much younger. I was playing in Warwick University, and it was on a Sunday morning after a very long evening post-gig the night before, after drinking a lot of Courage directors. And I did almost black out. I actually did almost black out and just fall over, but, you know.
Well, funnily enough, a week last
avoided it.
Yeah. I had a gig down in Hunstanton again.
Yeah.
Falls back to this lovely little pub. The day of the Women's Rugby World Cup final. And so we don't start till 9:30 and we have to play till 3 sets. We play till 1. And halfway through the second set, I'm like, Christ, I don't know well. I've got the singer flashing light right next to me, which then had a towel thrown over it because that was getting right on my nerves. And I'm like, and my good lady's like opposite, and I'm like, if I don't get off this stage in a minute, I'm going to go keeling over right into the singer. So I sort of shoved the singer out of the way, chucked my bass at my good lady, and ran outside. Got a bit of fresh air. Thought, no, that's okay. I feel all right now. Went back in, and then 2 more songs in. That was me done. I was gone. I had to be taken out. I had to be taken out. And I'm sat outside. The barmaid had spotted it. She came out with like a pint of ice water. She goes, I'm a healthcare assistant. I'm like, oh, here we go. Well, I'm a registered nurse, so bog off. But and I sat and thought, well, Mum, shall I call an ambulance? And all I could think of was like, no, you're not calling an ambulance. What about my gear? I'm not leaving my gear here. Transpired, I sort of had the benefit of hindsight. I realised this is like 10 o'clock at night, and I've eaten nothing since a bowl of cereal at 8:30 that morning.
That'll do it.
Welcome to the life of the, you know.
And what? No, just a
player. It happens like that.
I was so busy watching the rugby because it was so good. So after, and I don't drink sugary drinks, so after 3 full fat Cokes and a big bag of crisps, I was fine to carry on the rest of it.
There you go.
I had everybody going, are you diabetic? Look, I'm fat. It doesn't mean automatically diabetic. Well done.
Never been dehydrated to that level. I've had coming out the other side from, well, wrong choice of phrase there, Mike, from food poisoning.
Yeah.
We were doing 10 weeks in Bahrain back in '98 when actually it was the first thing for that band that I did for 17 years, and I got food poisoning, funnily enough, from chicken cooked in the club that we were playing in, the chef basically had given up. He wasn't interested in working there anymore. And he served up this chicken. And I remember at the time thinking, that don't look so great. It's a bit watery. But at the time, it was like, just eat, because you don't know when you're going to get to eat again. It was one of those trips. And I ate it. Next day, we went to McDonald's in the shopping centre that was about 10 miles out of town, and then had a pizza late that evening. I was like, is it the McDonald's? But clearly it was the chicken the night before. And we went on and did a gig. I came off from the gig and I thought, God, I feel really rough. And basically, thank God, they gave us 2 nights off, which we didn't normally get, but they had like name performers coming into the club, so they didn't need us to play. We got 2 nights off. I literally went to bed for 2 whole days. I didn't get up or do anything. I won't say what I was doing through the eye of a needle, but it was fairly horrible.
Yes, not good. Yeah,
and not at home, and you're in a foreign country, and it just horrific. Anyway, came out the other side about 3 days later, and we were doing a gig. We'd done a gig earlier in the day at an American Air Force base, Army base in Bahrain. That all went fine. Had some food, everything was good. I thought, okay, drinking lots of water, wasn't dehydrating. Went and did our gig at the club, and got halfway through the set. And I've never had this since. This was like the only time this ever happened. And because by this point I'd learnt the joys of Imodium, and I'd been in Moscow earlier that year and done 2 weeks there and got food poisoning there. So I, keep the Imodium to hand, and it's there when you need it. So anyway, we're doing this gig in the club, done 1 gig, doing the second one, got halfway through the set, and I just looked at the drummer. I said, mate, can you guys do an acoustic song for like 4 minutes? He said, where are you going? I said, I'm off. I've got to go to the in the toilet. They had speakers of what was going on stage, and all you could hear these 3 guys cackling away, thinking it was highly hilarious. But I said, if I don't go, I'm going to make a real mess
all over the stage.
It's not going to be good, and it's not going to be good for the band. Let me just go on. Literally, it won't take 4 minutes. 4 minutes is for me to get there, do it, and come back. And so that was that. But that's the only time that's happened. All the other foreign trips I've managed to get through, and I look back and I think the gigs I used to do in the glam rock band, we used to do some seriously hot gigs. A lot of universities where it was just rage, and I mean, we made hardy stuff back then. I don't ever really remember anyone in the band ever dehydrating or getting really ill on gigs, but I look back and I think some of the gigs we did, how we didn't, I don't know, because sometimes you wouldn't sleep for like 24 hours and food wasn't that great, and the drives were huge, but you just cracked on and did it.
The benefits of youth.
Benefits of youth, just a bit. Now I wouldn't put myself through that,
No.
But different time. So no, thankfully never been dehydrated or.
I initially thought the reason I felt so unwell was because everybody get asking us to do Love Machine by Girls Aloud. I thought perhaps that might.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna happen.
They like the cut of your jib, Bill. That's what that was.
there was a Friday job I did up here in about late June, early July, and it was one of those days. It was actually 30 all day and all evening, and I was playing in an actual sort of downstairs of an actual hotel with about 300 folks in there. All the bloody windows are shut, no aircon.
Oh no!
And after an actual set, we actually sort of, came off, and you could literally wring our shirts out. Yeah, ridiculous.
I've had that. Had that.
That's horrid,
especially when we used to play in the Middle East, and I used to have 4 shirts. So I'd leave my hotel room, go down to the gig, have a shirt on for the first set, because the first set was the least raucous of all the sets. That would be soaking wet by the end of that set. Change into a t-shirt, do the second set, change into another t-shirt for the third set, and then at the end of the night, change into your third t-shirt, and then while you're sitting around having a few drinks and sort of chilling after the gig. But it's a lot of washing.
It is, yeah, definitely.
Thankfully, all the laundry was dealt with by the hotel. But
during the summer, when it was hot like that, me and my good lady, we were down in Cornwall visiting her mother, and there's like a sort of horsey type sort of shop there called Griggs. You go in, there's lots of industrial types, and they had a fan. It was something just under 300 quid, and it was like it was taller than mine. You
were having that.
A good lady. I mean, we'd have struggled to get it in the car, but I was like, put that on stage. I could stand in front of that quite happily.
Yeah, like for many years, up until probably about 2008, I think 2009, I used to have a fan.
Yeah.
So when I first turned pro, I didn't, and I realized very quickly that the passive smoking thing and the heat on gigs was not doing me any favors. So I bought a fan, and I used to have it on my amp, so it would keep me cool when it was hot, but also it'd blow all the smoke away from the band. And you never really used to think about it until the very first time, after about 6 to 8 weeks, all the fan blades were coated in this dark brown grey fluff.
Yeah,
it's the fag smoke. And that's what's in your lungs. So all that passive smoking, it was like, cry. And then you'd brush the fins of the fan off, and this stuff would just go.
Yeah, and
like when you brush out an amp, when you take the lid off and get all the fluff out. Exactly the same thing. You just thought, my God, and that's what gigs were like. So until the smoking ban came in here in the UK, I dread to think. Gareth Harrison, always take a change of clothing. Nothing worse than a long drive home in wet clothing. Yeah, exactly.
Very, very
There's
true.
always, during the summer, from about April till now, sort of October time, I will always have 2 spare T-shirts in the car, in the bits behind the front seats. Keep one T-shirt in and another one on the other side. So anytime, if I come out of a gig and wringing wet, you don't want to get a chill or health problem. So change your shirt, especially if you're doing a long drive back, 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive home in a damp T-shirt ain't no fun. Or wet pants. Wet pants are the worst. You don't want those. I don't mean I've wet my pants. It's like they've got sweaty around the exactly. I haven't got to that point yet. No.
What a conversation.
What a I tell you, we get it all here. Anyone wants to join in this quite remarkable bass conversation about wet pants, you can join us. There's a ticker running along the bottom of the screen. Email me, brooksyspacecorner@gmail.com. That's it. Yeah, weirdos are us and old men with wet pants. So if you want to join in, feel free. We take all comers. I think we can have 10.
All right. Oh, 10 now.
No, it's gone up to 10.
Good.
So we can have 10 people here. If you want to talk bass, come and join the conversation.
Go for that one night and try and get 10 people.
Well, I think records, was it 6 or 8? I think it might have been 8. No, it was 6. It was 6. It was
several
6.
evenings actually.
Yeah,
we had 6. Yeah.
So there we are.
Yeah, very nice. Yes, I made an acquisition. Was it late last week, early this week? Weekend actually. Yeah. I bought yet another Cort Spacebass.
I've seen a few of them floating about.
Because I actually have a habit of using them and selling them to people I actually teach. You see, so
I've seen a few of them knocking about.
Yeah, they're actually good. I've had 3 of them now.
Did you manage to sort out the lack of bottom end?
No, they're all exactly the actual same. You only get decent bass boost out of the Bartolini Pre if you actually nearly max the actual bass, whereas the actual treble is just a teeny bit over the indent, But yeah, in actual
Have they all
fact,
been fives?
if
that
you give
you've
me
bought?
2 secs to actually mute and things, I will actually demo, because the boom can go, of course, near it. So
Okay.
I will actually return in a moment. Carry on.
I look forward to it.
Always getting
That's
stage.
it. It's getting serious, isn't he? Yeah.
Anybody tried the new Sire headless fan fret?
No. I had someone ask about this the other week. I will endeavour to get Andertons to send me something, but as I explained, I think it was on last week's one. If companies don't send me stuff because the channel's not big enough, and I'm not dealing with people that I've dealt with in the past when I worked for the magazine, the only option I have is to buy it. If I can't get stuff for loan, for review and demo purposes, then I have to go and buy it. And unfortunately, I'm not a bottomless pit.
No. Yeah, I know they're very reasonable price, but you know, you're not going to buy it and not you.
No.
You've got to buy it if you're going to buy it, you want to use it, don't you? So.
I've got 3 or 4 bases here that I've bought purely for demo and review things. And when I think I've wrung every last bit of content at those bases, they'll be sold on. I won't be keeping them. So they're not sort of bases I would have bought to have in the collection. They were bought for doing content here on the channel. So, are you back with us?
I am indeed. Yes,
fun, Richard.
I am operational. So
very good.
So with the base in the indent, you know, flat
between
basically,
both,
12 o'clock. You get this. Oh, hang on. Let me just move the mic.
The polish is unbelievable.
So professional.
There you go. Let's try that. Okay. Got that. Now I'll move it to where I would put it, sound wise anyway, and nearly up at the top, just a fraction back, you get
quite bright.
That's what that circuit and pickups does.
Yeah.
The bottom end, have you got the bottom end boosted there? It's sort of it's going all.
That's probably because the mic's sitting a bit near to it. If I bring it back to me, try that.
It's better. We're still getting that warble effect. Just seems to be something. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Getting an idea though. Okay. Pan between the 2 pickups. So go extreme on one, then go on extreme on the other.
Okay. Front pickup.
Okay. Bridge pickup.
Bridge. Here we go. There you go. And both gives you
It's definitely got a mid bias there, hasn't it?
Slightly, yeah. So low mids, isn't it?
Nice. I like the tone.
Yeah,
I like the tone.
Yeah.
By all accounts, they're quite light and comfortable. I mean, obviously headless. They're very comfortable to play, well balanced, and very light overall, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's sort of bass you could just leave in the car. You got
I
it.
do.
You know,
yeah. I do. Yeah. Very good. Anyway.
Yeah,
So are
nice.
you going to keep this one, or are you going to sell this one as well?
This will be on the move there.
It all depends, because I only paid $4.10 for it, and it's actually, as of course, new. It's got the actual pickup
It's got the plastic
labels and everything. Yeah.
Excellent.
I think they're very good base for the books, aren't they?
They are.
You know,
Corts generally are pretty good.
yeah.
They're pretty consistent.
Biggest factory going, isn't it? Cort. It's
Say
one
again.
of the biggest. The Cort factory, sort of one of the biggest ones that guitar making factory there is.
Yeah.
Loads of the big companies that have in their stuff, like the cheaper ranges done in in the Far East. They go through Cort. It's Cort's people doing it.
Absolutely.
So very good.
There you
good.
go.
Any new purchases coming your way, Bill?
Well, no, but I did do a little thing on one of my bases because I can't see the fret marks on the side of the neck. Well, because they're on the other side, because it's a left-handed neck.
All right.
And I thought, marker pen really isn't very professional. So I did this yesterday, courtesy of Amazon, and a few little drills and bits and bobs.
Yeah, let's see if we can make them a little bigger.
Put some glue, some
fret effects.
Yeah.
Oh no, luminlay.
No inlay, drilled in.
Luminate dots. Yeah, brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very nice.
Very good.
And I managed not to. I managed not to balls that up.
Well done.
Which
Well,
was
I tell you,
after my track record, leaving me with a drill at the neck of a bass. Mad idea.
that's a bad. Yeah, you are Reg Prescott, the Kenny Everett character. One of the things Bernie did on my Kingfisher Blue Rumor was maple neck, fingerboard, what have you. And I said to him, I don't want little dots on the sides. I said, I hate it. He said, well, you're going to have LEDs. I said, yes, but there are going to be times where I don't use the LEDs, but I need a bigger fret marker. Eyes on what they used to be. He used Letraset circles, and then when the neck got lacquered, it was great because the LED slap bang in the middle of the circle. I keep doing that tonight. Stop doing that, Mike, for God's sake.
Such a rude
the LED
boy. You can't take him anyway, you know.
Slap bang in the can I get that bass easily? No. I'll show you another time, but basically the circle sits on the neck and the LED is right in the middle, and then I'm guessing he used like a scalpel just to take that part of the Letraset off. And it works great. So if I don't have the LEDs on, I've got this big black circle for my fret marker. It's worked for me.
Very good.
But you've got to remember to do that before you lacquer the neck. Otherwise, it'll just come straight off again.
Yeah.
But here we are, 21 years in. And they're all as good as they were when I picked it up. So it's all good. It's just gone 9 o'clock here. Brooksy's Bass Corner, live chat 134. Coming in from London here in the UK. We're talking basses, bass guitars, bass amps, effects, great bass players, albums with great bass playing on. Anything you want to talk about regarding bass, this is the place to do it. You're amongst friends. We're happy to chat. You got any questions, any comments, put them in the chat section at the bottom of the live chat window. Press send and it'll appear here in the feed. I'll try and help as much as I can. If I don't know the answer to a question, I'll pass it out to these fine chaps and everyone else that's here on the live chat. And we'll try and help you as much as we can. That's what we're here for. This is the second live chat in October. We're horizontal feed, of course.
Yeah, it is.
Views are down, but I noticed a little thing last week. So we were discussing this. So when we do vertical feed and we get thousands or hundreds of people, I've got thousands yesterday. A lot of those views are literally for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. When we finished the horizontal live chat last Wednesday, I get a screen that comes up and basically tells me how many people have watched, messaged, blah, 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 blah. Basically all the statistics for the live chat. The view time on last week's live chat was as high or higher than some of the vertical live chats we've done where we've had thousands of people watching. So it's the quality of the view, not the number.
Absolutely.
You can have thousands of views, but if the people don't watch, it doesn't rack up to any amount of time.
That's right.
But the thing is, there's no way of knowing which metric the YouTube algorithm prefers. Is it viewing numbers or is it viewing time? It should be time. We keep getting told that YouTube and the algorithm want people to continue watching for longer.
Yeah, that's right.
In which case it should be the view duration, not the amount of people.
Right,
yeah. So we'll see. Again, at the end of tonight's live chat, I'll get that set of analytics and we'll see what it says. But for the moment, during October, we will remain horizontal in the nicest possible sense and see where it takes us. That's the deal. So at the moment, we've had 63 viewers. We're not quite hitting the dizzy heights when Lee Sklar was here of 3,300, but like I say, if the viewing duration is fairly sizable, then you don't need thousands and thousands of views. You just need people watching, which is all good. So some of you will have seen I put a video up yesterday. Now let's see how's the best way for me to do this. I think probably that, isn't it? So went to see Young Gun Silver Fox on Sunday, of course. Flying the Flag, Sean Lee, Andy Platts, loving your work. They're off to the States. They're doing about 6 weeks of touring, I think, over there. Guys, have a great time. Might see you when you get back for the shows in November. If not, see you next year. But I'm going to run that video and we can talk and it'll be playing in the background. So let's just run that. Bear me a moment. There we go.
I will be back in 5. I've got a washing machine.
That's all right. That's all right. You go do what you got to do, mate.
We all have chores, mate. You got to do them.
That's
especially
it.
When we're traveling 120 miles for, of course, teaching tomorrow. So.
Exactly. That's right.
Back in a minute.
Okay, mate. No problem. Here we go. I will let this run. Hold on. Now, I'm assuming you guys are going to be able to hear this. So if you can't, let me know. I'll turn that down a bit, actually. It's a bit blary. There we go. Can I hear you, Bill?
Yeah, I can hear that. I must admit.
You can?
Yeah, I can hear that. I liked it based.
Oh, we're losing you. Hold on. I'm going to just turn that video volume down a tad.
All right.
There we go. Now I can hear you. Say all that again, mate.
I was just saying, when I listen to it with headphones and that, the bass tone and everything's very
yeah.
I mean,
the guy that does their sound is a guy called Doug Hunt, and he's seriously good. Seriously good. I took his number. I went to see him start of 2023. I had a chat with him after a gig, and I said, "Can I have your card?" I said, "Because occasionally in Uncle Funk we need a sound man, and I'd love it if you could do it, because I know how it's going to sound." And he said, yeah, and gave me a card. We never had the opportunity to use him. I don't know if Simon's ever tried to book him, but if he has, he's either been busy or there's another reason. But I'd love to get him on doing one of our gigs. It'd be great. And the sound in there at KOKO was really good, really good. The only thing, in fact, I messaged Sean yesterday and I said, the only thing, snare drum wasn't that loud on the floor. I said, it might have been higher up in the balcony and stuff. I said, but where I was on the floor, slap bang in the middle underneath the balcony, couldn't really hear the snare drum that well, but the rest of it sounded great. And for level 42 fans, it's Nickel Thompson on trombone, so he gets one night off from the World Machine 40 tour and goes and does a Young Gun Silver Fox show at KOKO in Camden. Talk about no rest for the wicked.
Very slick.
Oh, they are. They're really good. Every show I've seen, they've been good. There was a period, so I between January 23, I saw them twice, and then I didn't see them again until May this year, because the gigs last year and the latter end of 2023 I couldn't make. Every time they did a London show, I was gigging, so it was nice of them to do a gig on a Sunday. In fact, 2 gigs on a Sunday this year, so it's all good. But the light show was great. Go on.
The other few weeks ago, you were talking about Richard Mark.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it, but I was trying to explain Richard Marks to my good lady, and then I showed her some old footage, and then obviously some more footage of him singing now and everything. He looks back then. He looks younger.
Oh
now.
yeah. No, he looks after himself. He keeps himself fit. He eats. He's vegetarian, I think. Well, he might even be vegan, actually. I think he's vegan. He just looks after himself, and he had a bit of a health scare just as we went into COVID. He caught some, I'd say, a virus. It's in his book, and they couldn't work out what it was, and it wasn't COVID, and it absolutely floored him, and it got him twice in the space of about 6 months, I think. And I think he's very sort of careful.
There was a picture of it with Rick Spring.
Yes, well, they do loads of shows together.
I said, when I said how old Rick Spring was, no, he can't be that.
Well, the 80s was 40 odd years ago.
Exactly.
You know.
People do all drinking and drugging and what have you.
Yeah.
Some people can't. I'm not.
I'm just going to turn that volume. We keep losing. Your voice keeps dropping out, Bill. So I'm just going to bring that Young Gun Silver Fox down a bit in volume. I wonder if that might be drowning you out.
Not everybody.
Where's your microphone?
It's right in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that any better?
It's kind of like the end of your sentence keeps clipping off.
All right.
I don't know if you've.
I've got the mic up quite.
That's better. That's better.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
But
not everybody feels themselves full of bad drink and drugs and what have you. Some people do.
No, but no. I mean, Richard Mark does look after himself, and it's paying dividends. Look, he didn't after 1992, late '92. He didn't come here and do any shows until 2010. 28 years.
That's mad, isn't it?
And now he's been back here. Let's think. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, 3, 4, 5, about 7 or 8 times since 2010. COVID got in the way. He was meant to be here in 2020, and all those shows got pushed back until 22.
Isn't he doing one of the country's voice things?
He's doing the one in Australia at the moment. Yeah, he's always been doing that with Ronan Keating and a couple of other people.
Yeah.
It's all money in the bank, isn't it? Get TV syndicate wants to pay you a load of money to sit and be a musical judge. Go for it, you know.
It made me laugh because YouTube. The girl was Tomorrow Never Comes, and Ronan Keating and the girl was like, she's doing your song. I'm going, no, she's not. She's doing Garth Brooks' song. He wrote it. It's not
Yeah.
Sorry, I do like, it's one of my sort of guilty pleasures, a little bit of Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks. He's on tour next year. I think he's doing London, doing Hyde Park.
Yeah. Well, he probably needs the money, doesn't he? Because he got stung, didn't he?
Yeah.
The old divorce.
That's it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Horn section coming up. Oh yes, sax player.
Yeah.
They dragged this out for about 13 and a half minutes. the solo section, but this is something they've built during the shows this year since about the summer. When we saw them at Hoxton Hall, I don't remember this section being quite this long. but clearly where they've been on tour, they've now made a feature of it with the horns, and this show on Sunday, their percussion player and a harmonica player as well. So it's
back.
all he's back.
He's back.
So they've made this like a big chunk, and I actually said to my mate, I'd rather have just done a couple of extra songs. I can do without all this, but 13 minutes was long.
I used to play in a band back in Bedford in the 80s. I was still doing, and we used to play outside, and it became a thing that we played the record is how long we do Freebird for. I know. I know.
You're not the only band.
I know.
Yeah.
We've all played that one a few times.
Yeah, but like I think the last time, or because they recorded the time, we made it 29 minutes.
That's good going. I consider it a war of attrition with the audience. So if you can kill them off,
No, they were
make them leave the bar.
We were like, oh please,
Yeah.
come on! I want to go now. I want to drink.
Quite.
But yeah, you don't want to drag things out too long.
No.
People's
But then
attention.
sometimes you can play a venue where that becomes a thing, and you become known as the band that play Freebird for
But then
30 minutes.
we'd do another again stack where we all swapped instruments.
Ah,
And
okay.
that was madness. That
Yeah.
was madness.
As long as you can all play the instruments you're swapping
Well,
to.
that's the problem. Not all of us could.
Yeah, exactly. Gareth, going to watch Trevor Horn in December with the missus. Very good. Is that his Trevor Horn band thing, where he plays all the songs by the bands he's produced? Electric Low End. Haven't been to any gigs since 2023. Wow.
Oh dear.
Is there just nothing you want to see, or no one that you want to see come your way? Maybe. Young Richard, Trevor Horn does a very good version of Two Tribes. He does, and so he should. He wrote it.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
Absolutely.
he turned up on top of the pops too.
He was on the other night, wasn't he?
Yeah, dollar
On
with
Friday.
dollar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's Trevor Horn.
Yeah. I think
Dollar, did you say?
yeah, with Dollar, David Van Day and Therese
God.
Bazaar.
And
They
I
were
mean,
genius, weren't they?
the keyboard player been that, his oppo down.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
with a good blonde perm.
That's it. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nickel Thompson, trombone solo. All 4 minutes of it.
Why not?
He was very good, I have to say. I mean, I've seen. In fact, most of the Young Guns Silver Fox gigs I've seen, he's been on it. And he writes all the horn parts. He plays bass on a couple of the album tracks on the album before this. And he's very good. He's very good. I'll hopefully get to see him, say hello to him on Monday. I'm going to go see Level 42 in Portsmouth. So say to him, I saw you last Sunday. Need to put your feet up, man. Yeah. But he's solid.
Very good.
And I know when I talk to the horn players in Uncle Funk, they say, he's top level. And the trumpet player with him, Tom Walsh, he used to be our trumpet player's other half. I think she was engaged to him for a while. And he is a serious trumpet player. I mean, seriously good. And they have like various little spin-off bands and stuff where they do like Tower of Power and all of that sort of thing, and they're top, A-class horn section, really good.
Brilliant.
He's very Fred Wesley like in his approach,
Yeah.
which is no bad thing. So as you can see, no expense spared on the lighting.
Absolutely. Yeah. Actually, think about it. Trumpet players. Did you ever encounter Brian Davis?
No,
Gigantic.
we tend to have female horn sections
Oh, okay. Yeah.
in our band.
Yeah.
Just the way the boss man likes it.
Yeah.
Hey, well, this is going to throw up the Mark King solo video, so we can run that.
Ooh, treat
If you've
time.
not seen this, this is from 2023. These are all clips that are here on Brooksy's Bass Corner YouTube channel. There's no vocals, so hopefully, fingers crossed, there'll be no copyright issues. I've not had any on those respective videos, so the fact I'm using them on my live chat should be neither here nor there.
Absolutely.
So this is a very nice use of flange, which for years he didn't do, but past couple of years he's been using this when he does his slap solos. Turn it up a little bit.
I did like a bit of.
I've heard that.
Well,
Has been remarked upon. Yeah.
See the pedal.
So this was November 23 at Hammersmith. Anyone wants to comment on this, feel free. Comments have dried up a little this evening. Come on, gents. Ladies and gentlemen is what I meant to say. Sorry.
They obviously don't like it.
That's it. It's a slow burn. So this is a game of one-upmanship that he does with Pete Ray Biggin, and they keep doing false starts, and
Yeah.
they're trying to, which one gets caught out. So he has the old envelope filter on for this section. We've gone very quiet.
Oh,
It's worth listening to. Well, exactly. Master at work, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody be quiet and watch and listen and learn.
Ah,
The boss is on.
that's it. The governor.
Yeah.
so when did your JD arrive then?
Say that again.
Did your JD arrive then?
He hasn't bought it yet.
I have.
Don't get him started. By saying that, Bill, you're summoning he of the pink beard thing.
Demons.
It'll be a long shot.
Demons will appear.
Yeah.
Pink demons.
like the Aladdin genie.
Yeah, it is actually. No, I actually did a trade about 2 weeks back.
Yeah.
for one of these.
That was that one with the back brothers.
Yes, yes.
I
Yeah.
know, I've been with
It's absolutely fantastic. It's a anvil.
Yeah, good. It does look nice.
In actual fact, I could give
Hey,
you
Lauren.
a quick, while it's quiet,
Yeah.
I could give you a quick blast of it
Go on.
because it's quite a fantastic sounding thing.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
I don't doubt it.
I kept telling
Being
you. I
at one,
kept
I
telling you.
remember seeing Mr. Goodfellow in a tiny little booth at one of the shows in London many years ago,
Yeah.
and I looked at them. I thought they are just gorgeous. I'll never be able to afford one of them.
Well, they have. Lee Pomeroy, I think, sold one for a 5-string. Don't think it was a Spitfire. I think it was a Rumour. Went for about 700 quid
Bargain.
back in. Oh God, it was about 2008, 2009. I was saying to Rich the other week. I've got the original brochure when he started doing the proper GB guitar stuff in '98. Let me see if I can dig that out.
That does sound horrific. You won't be moving.
What's that?
You won't be moving that one on, will you?
Oh no.
That's the keeper. Lovely. Have you used it gigging? Have you used it
Yeah.
gigging?
Oh yeah. Very good.
Would you say that sort of outstripped some of the status stuff, or
It's a different tone.
yeah,
it's sort of pointy-ish, like an S2, but it's not as sort of, you know, bare. It's got that nice sort of, you know. So it actually responds to touch.
Yeah.
Very dynamic bass sort of thing. You know?
Lovely.
Got a nice wall brochure. Flyer.
There you go. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find this GB one.
Yeah. Going on to the comments briefly. Gareth said, Richard, this will probably make you feel really old, but 2 Tribes was #1 on the day I was born. Not too
Scary,
old, because 2 Tribes was the first record I got on the bus at the age of 14, I think it was, to buy from the local city. So
wow.
Yeah.
You started later than me then. My first record was 81.
Yeah.
I was 9 years old.
I bought locally. I bought a couple beforehand, but it was really chintzy things. It was, you know, Hazel Dean, and you know.
Oh, correct.
You know,
well, I'm not going to admit to my first record I bought, because obviously I'm a lot older than yours, and the person who singled it was turned out to be not a nice person and was banged up in prison. You bet you can guess who I'm talking about.
No.
Gary Glitter. Gary Glitter.
Of course it was. Yeah.
From my local Woolworths, from my Woolworths, where they used to sell records. Yeah, Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
Oh, what a yeah. Unfortunately,
Young Richard.
Oh yes.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Was that the period before it was called the Spitfire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look at the headstocks.
Yeah.
So this is when they were called.
I believe they were called the GB Standard, were they?
That's it. Yeah. So hold on.
Yeah, because they didn't they add
the Daphne Blue had just come out.
Can't be a bit of Daphne Blue.
Absolutely.
Didn't they add the Spitfire to the headstock of the one you bought?
Spitfire came in about someone's added that in, but that came in as a name change in about 2003.
Yeah, because mine's about a 98. So
yeah.
There's the other one in the picture, not just what became the Spitfire. The other one they call Rumour.
Rumors, yeah.
Right. Another guy, he was a bass player in Bedford, and he played in. You know, if you weren't playing, you go and see others. And I remember going to see him, and he just your standard jazz bass, and then didn't see him for a couple of weeks, and he turned up with one of those Rumours, and I'm like, where did you get the money for that?
They're a lot cheaper then. They were cheaper, but it's all relevant because like when I bought mine, that cost me over $2,000. 2004, $2,000 was a chunk of cash. You know?
But basically, his granny had died, and he was like, "God bless you, granny." He walked away with that, and it sounded lovely.
Now I can see there's a bunch of messages here. Right, I'm going back a bit here. Lauren, do you really love that bass sound? I like that sound for accentuating a slap line. So as I said, for years, Mark didn't use a flanger when he was doing solos and full-on slap stuff. That's a recent thing that he started doing in like last 3-4 years. But it really works, and it made me go and buy the Source Audio Mercury. What's it called? Source Audio Mercury. I think there's another word. Anyway, it's the Mercury flanger, and I use it for Uncle Funk, and it just sounds great. If there's a little bit of slap, it just. And actually, in the Decades Dance Show, I use it quite a bit as well. But yes, I do like what he does with that. And I hope you've had some reaction to your advert you put up on Facebook trying to sell your Enfield. Hopefully, I hope you're all well. I love Mark King, but sincerely, his bass sound on this tour is it's the JD sound through Mark bass, isn't it? It's what it's going to be. It's as we've said, JD's are good at kind of one thing, and it does it really well, but that's it. You know, I'd rather he was using his
through an old
trace. Trace makes all the difference.
Yeah,
it shouldn't. You'd think in all the technological changes and improvements, but he gets paid to use Mark bass, and that's the deal. You know, Gareth sounds mid-focused. Yeah. Oh, that we're talking about GB. Dawson, good to see you. Bet you're very pleased about the Rush news, but that's right up your Strasser. Electric Low End. There really aren't any bands now that I would like to see. I even missed the tickets for Joe Bonamassa. Okay. Lee Born, good to see you. I'd rather get my hands on a Daphne Blue rather than a Bonnie Blue. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's you'd need to wash your hands in acid, frankly. Andy Stratford, good to see you. Are you joining us? Do I need to send you an invite? Has punched like an anvil.
Yes.
See, my editor would have a go at you for that. He'd say, "What does that mean?" I know what you mean, but punch like an anvil. It's
got a slightly sort of metallic attack to it due to the actual.
So I'll explain what was going on in Bernie's thinking. So basically, he wanted to make. He was always going to have a jazz variant.
Yeah.
But he wanted it to sound alembic-like. Because Bernie used to have a Series 2, which he loved the tones of, but as he said, it's huge and it's long, and you've got to get in a taxi to get to the end of the neck. But he loved the sounds that you get from an alembic with lighter gauge strings, and you get that Mark King, which
that's right. Yeah.
So he wanted his basses to have a tip of the hat to the jazzes, but with all the best electronics refinery you could put in
that's
there.
Right, yeah.
And he accomplished that, but it wasn't until he came across EBS gear that suddenly he realized what he wanted his instruments to be. And that's why from let's think, probably 2001, all the British, and I think he went to Frankfurt for a couple of years as well, so he was demoing his basses with EBS gear, and that's where it all suddenly took off for him, pretty much. Dawson Rush, CA, what, California? Is that, are you going to see him in California? I guess that's what you mean there.
Canada.
Lee Sklar has just replied. What's he say? Still on tour with no time. That's okay. When the tour ends, I'll have time to join in. Pleasure.
Sounds good. He's always welcome.
Anytime, my man. If you watch this, Lee, or you watch it later, as we said when you were last on, you have an open invitation, and you said to me, just keep sending me the invites and one day I'll pop up, and that's what I'm doing. So you stay safe out on tour, look after yourself. We'll catch you when you can join us. No problem at all. Anytime.
Absolutely.
I just need to put that in.
Mark needs
there.
his Alembic Series 2 back in his hands.
I would agree with that.
Sun was a great sounding bass period for me.
Sadly, it's not probably going to happen, and this is what we get. And we've had this. Here he is. We've had this discussion many occasions, and Mr. King does what he wants when he wants,
He
with
does.
whatever bass he wants. So he will say, I've had enough of big basses. I want smaller bodied, medium scale, blah, 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 blah. So he has a king bass.
King bass.
Then he goes and gets the king bass 2, which is a bigger body to cover up the pizza girth around the midriff. Goes back then to normal regular king basses, then goes to a T bass. And now since COVID, large body JD. So what changed? And that you've got the nostalgia thing. I get all of that. There's probably the degree of the fact that status was starting to wind down, and with the nostalgia thing, I'll give JD another boost in their sales and everything else. But it wouldn't surprise me if he went back to something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
He does what he wants when he wants, and that's the way it is. Let's have that young Herbert. There we are.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jamie.
Hello, lads. How are we doing?
All good. All good.
The lads
we're
are
rocking
good.
and rolling. Well, so what's your take on the Rush news?
You know, I have a mixed thoughts because nobody's Neil, and I haven't had the opportunity yet to go and have a listen to Annika to see what she actually does. So I think it probably would be best said that next week I'll have a concrete opinion for you. But until I kind of have a look and see and have a listen, it's going to be interesting to see. But, you know, they're only playing a wee bit of shows at the time. So, you know.
So my mate Jamie, who I do gigs with occasionally, he works for Alesis. And he is doing... the UK drum show next week is in Liverpool, and loads of the gear he's providing is for this girl. She's going to be there. So yes, if you check out videos and stuff next week, chances are there'll be a load of footage of her
Even better.
playing at the UK drum show. So yeah,
There's a fair bit. So I've watched some of it, and she is seems to be quite exceptional. Obviously, whether she's to Neil, not going to be to Neil Peart's level, but she came with a reputation.
You never know.
She came with a
They wouldn't
reputation from Geddy Lee's bass tech, who was working for Jeff Beck. So that's how it all seems to have sort of morphed.
They wouldn't risk the band's legacy and everything else and doing this with someone that couldn't do it.
No.
They will have done intense rehearsals and everything else, and then come to a conclusion. At the end of the day, if they had a crap drummer, people are going to walk out and ask for their money back. Such is the level of feeling. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So I stumbled in on you all talking about large body basses. I'm assuming that is something having to do with the color pink.
No, not at all. That was to do with Alembic Boy. Just saying Mark needs to get his Alembic Series 2 back out, because we were having a little discussion. We were playing some videos from my channel. I had the solo from Hammersmith 2 years ago, and some people just didn't like that sound, and I said that basically, he will use what he wants when he wants. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. He doesn't care. He will just use. But the thing for me always is this thing where he'll go, oh, well, I don't like large body basses, and it's like, well, you've been using one for 30 years, so what happened in the brain department? And then he'll use the small bodied king bass and go, this is what I like, and next thing it's a big bodied bass again. So it's like, well, what changed? It's
deals and
I don't want to say it's there's that, but he's not on a brand deal with JD. I don't think he ever was. He just had good backup, and if you said, lads, can I have a new bass back in the 80s, he'd get a new bass. But he says what he says and does what he wants. He really doesn't care. He doesn't listen to what anyone else says. And for years, loads of fans would say, you need to use the JD Calabass bass that he got built, because apparently, according to his tech and his sound man, it's the best sounding bass he's ever had. He's never used it on a gig.
It's very heavy.
Never been out.
It's very heavy.
Well,
very heavy.
Doesn't seem to bother him at the moment, does it?
He is actually the best, you see.
Well, think about it. When World Machine hit in 1986, when you got to see the concert at Wembley, what did you see? you saw number 2, and you saw the pink Series 1.
Well, but that was in '86 when like World Machine came out in '85. That tour would have just been the red one. And
Yeah,
the white
so the
one as a
pink one,
backup.
the pink one showed up on the Wembley tour, and everybody remembers the pink one. So it's kind of a, I would just, in opinion only, I'm spitballing. People are used to seeing the red one, and then that concert is so well known that the pink one is just as noticeable. So you have a new pink one popped in, and everybody goes, "It's a pink one," and they're all having flashbacks to Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
Now I made a joke. I made a joke to Brother Stewart, and I said, "You watch. On the next tour, he'll have a blue one with star inlays with red LEDs.
Yeah,
because that would be the one that went after the pink one, and the red one was there.
But as I said to you, and said to the world, if JD were looking to secure their financial well-being for the rest of their lives, they should have made 2 bases for him, sprayed them 2 colors, and then put them on rotation, and every 2 weeks change it to another color.
Yep.
Been licensed to print money. All you have to do is put a base in Mark's hands, and it flies off the shelves.
Yep.
So maximize that while you can.
Oh yes.
And daft.
I had a word with Toby after the fact because he was giving me all the smart little face emotions, ha ha ha, kind of things. What'd you think of all that? And I said, so I'll bet Andy is fielding emails, and every other email says Pearl Pink Series 1, please, I'll have that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the list is shut down currently.
There we go.
Yeah.
Someone has got me in their speakers, and it's it might be you.
It's not me. I'm in headset.
I've just turned echo cancellation on for you, so it's not you. You're correct.
Nope, I'm correct. See, I got these
Richard's
things
got
here.
that on. Is it Bill? It might be Bill.
I don't think it'll be me.
Bill. No, everyone else has got it on. Okay, I'll just reduce background noise then. It sounds like someone's got telly on in the room next door, and it's coming through the walls.
And only it's your voice coming through the walls twice.
Let's see.
How about that?
And then Richard laughed, and it yeah. Shouldn't be, no.
No idea.
Let's just see. This is what happens. StreamYard having.
StreamYard could be having a go.
It is a glitch in the matrix.
Richard saying early King Bass trace period with sound from me. Yeah.
Now you're cutting out. You're cutting out now.
Yeah, you were.
StreamYard, what are you doing?
That's better.
See if that's it.
So not less than 24 hours ago, so says our friend Funky Hobbit. The old blue one was in his hands again. I wonder who has that, shall we talk and discuss?
Well, the old blue one, is that by any chance the old blue one with no frets on it?
No. That one's over here.
No, that's a different thing entirely.
Right.
Yes, as you were saying there, Rich, the King Bass trace period was literally just one tour. That was it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he did with the gear. I think he was just borrowing it. I think they made him a head, and they went out and did the tour, and I think he then just gave it back. I don't know if he even bought it. And and that would have tied in with the point that it then went over to Gibson.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know why he stopped. But you see, he was meant to be in the middle of a deal with Ashdown. And then for the next stuff in 2002, I don't know if they did a... I don't think they did a proper tour. I think they did like festivals and one-off shows in 2002. And then 2003 was when he had the car-shaped speaker enclosures, like the front of a Bentley, the Ashdown Bentleys. And then he was off with that and the red fronted 500 MK 500, and after that was Superflies. Yeah. Gareth, that female drummer with Rush, has a great Instagram account. I knew you'd check that. And she has great chops. What those? What, like Noddies? A set of Noddies.
Welcome to the world of Slade. Yes.
Yes, exactly. All right. Mark Palmer, good to see you. Evening, not less than 24 hours ago. The old blue one was in his hands again. Oh, obviously Marcus maybe went to, where were they last night? Leicester last night, weren't they? Fair enough. Can't tell, was asked to keep it secret. Daft thing is, Mark, he doesn't keep it secret because he told me all about that in May. And various conversations with other people, then saying he didn't have it and he can't make his mind up. But anyway, people play silly games, but
rings a bell.
It's fine.
Ding, ding, ding. Games without frontiers. War without tears.
Space, man. What was I going to ask you? Can't remember. It was Rush. There was something I was going to ask you. Can't remember. It'll come back before we get to the end, anyway.
All right.
It is 9:45 here. It's live chat 134 here on Brooksy's Bass Corner. Tuesday night live chat. We're talking bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, great bass players, albums with great bass playing on. You got any problems with your bass gear? Let us know if we can help. That's what we are here to do. Mark Palmer, any news on your alembic and the neck? Funky Hobbit, so yes, MB has the blue one and met MK with the blue. Yeah, he was desperate for an interview, but I said, you're going to be really, you're going to push it. And he just doesn't really do that sort of thing. Maybe he got lucky. Who knows? Who knows?
Don't make me start making jokes.
I'm not saying nothing. None of my business. I've got enough to do.
Right.
This channel running, man. Yeah. You missed a good live chat yesterday. We did one on the Workbench. It was well attended. Put it that way.
I actually came in on the right as you were finished, I think, and I saw a little tidbit of it. So yeah.
Yeah, we got just under 8,500 views.
Excellent.
Which is rather good. I'm quite pleased with that. Yes, Andy Stratford, I can see you there. 2 seconds. Just check that's all done. There we go. Sorry, I missed your message before. Sorry. Yeah. Here we go.
Gaz is asking some questions now. I think you should answer that one, Mike.
Hold on. I need to get the info for Andy. Here we go. Gareth, any updates on the Mr. Pink and Brooksy blog? Yes. Well, we've had to mothball that, unfortunately. I'm just flat out with family stuff and videos and not cake.
You want a cake.
Everything going on. And I want to get my podcast up first. That's my priority. I've got a whiteboard in the other room full of stuff that I've got to film and edit and script and blah, 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 and it doesn't seem, no matter what I do in my life, I always end up with a million things that I've got to get done. So at the moment, unfortunately, Jamie and my podcast will just have to wait. It'll happen at some point, but at the moment,
shall be a moment.
The other things that have been historically sidelined, they're the priority at the moment. The Fretless Odyssey, that's the next thing. My podcast, Fretless Odyssey, and I want to get that. If I can get that or at least get both of those up and running before we get to Christmas, I'll be happy.
Yes.
Mark Palmer, no progress on the alembic neck correction. Bugger. Still sounds mega, just upright action. It's not what you want, is it, really? Really. But I have to say, I went to the gallery, some of you know, and I had this bass on the Workbench video last night. It's Andy Stratford. And they've done
hello, I'm here.
Andy.
Evening, Andy.
Hello, Andy.
Hi, guys. Hi, Bill. Nice to meet you.
You too.
So they did a blinding job on getting this all singing, all dancing. So no buzzing, no snap.
Von Status.
Yes. Hold on a moment. There we go. Excellent. But Martin did a great job. So it's all re-shielded, all nice, happy. And then it got Workbench attention yesterday. So all the gloss finish has been carnauba wax. We have this patch of... There you go. You can see it now. That's what I was trying to convey yesterday.
Oh, let's turn you off. Turn you off.
It's 35 years old. It's not a surprise. But playing great. Got the action right now. Pickups are right.
That's better.
Speaking of status, did anyone see the one on Base Direct?
Which one?
The one that looks lovely hiding in a wood floor.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice.
I haven't seen one recently. The only one I've seen recently is quite an old S2. It's about
That's probably
£4,500.
It's probably it. Mark Palmer says Mark Littler has just purchased a one owner from new 88 Series 2 status. Fantastic looker. May have it off him next month. I was about to say it'll be gone by the end of the week. He'll have shifted it on.
Send it to me.
From Base Direct, he says. Imagine that. That's probably the one I saw.
Could be.
It's been in there a few weeks.
Looks nice.
But that price was fairly heavy.
Right.
Very nice.
But anyway, so this will be coming out probably with the boot.
Very nice, Mike.
You're late to the party, aren't you? We've sorted the base, the Bootsy base.
Oh, we did, eh?
Sorted it today. Young Garrett Harrison is a miracle worker. So he got sent a video. When they didn't get sent, it came up in his feed of some guy in the Philippines. And he had a guitar and it wasn't a bass. And it was kind of flipping and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need to change a couple of settings here. Just bear with me a minute.
The funny thing is the echo sounds like you have an octave on your voice.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Oh, so secretly, he's running through his pedal board with his microphone. Look at what we have here.
Nothing's on. Everything's off. Reduce mic background noise off.
One's a bass player, always a bass player. I'll have a little octave on that one. Cheers.
Off.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's StreamYard. So anyway, there was a way of doing this with extra bits.
Okay.
So basically, this kid had his. It was kind of a guitar, but just anyway, and it was flipping. So what you do is you attach. So that's going through one end of that strap. Should have used your pink strap. Actually, I can do it with that.
You could, yeah.
I might. And
Go on,
you attach that to the button towards the bridge. You then put the other one over the top of it, and then I've got to get the red strap lock washer over the top, which is the hardest part. And then once it's on, you run that strap around the front of the upper point on the body, and it pulls it up. Tell you what, enough of my chat. Watch this.
Show us.
We got there. 3 different straps, 2 parts from the same type of strap, and then something else that I had hanging up that I didn't even know I had. So anyway, ready? Strap there. Well done, sir. I'll send you a little something. Well done. Well done. See?
Nice.
Got it sorted. Young Mr. Harrison saved the day. So that bass, we're going to do a workshop live chat tomorrow. I need to clean it all up. It's going to come out on the gigs this weekend. And then I've got a definite... we'll see if it works or if it doesn't. If it slips past that strap rounding around the front, then it isn't going to work. But I did it for about 20 minutes today, just playing, and it didn't flip. So,
okay.
Have to ask that what he can do with that W.
I think you might need like a double width, a double width for that. Maybe some hydraulics, Bill.
Bless. I really should take that to a gig once.
And some suspension, you should. And I want a video of that.
Yeah, that'll be a giggle. That'll be a giggle.
That'd be superb. Let's have a look here. Mark Palmer, Sledgehammer, Brooksy vocals. What could well be? Well, excellent. Thank you for. I'll alert the media, Mark. Well done. Comes to us older gentlemen. How I managed to get through 3.5 hours, I've got no idea. You seem to manage it. So, what's the news? Andy Stratford, what's going on? You were going to give us a little demonstration of your new.
I was, but I've not received my my pension money yet. So hopefully by end of the week. So I've not been able to go down and see Bernie.
Young Bernard.
Yes. So that's I've still got my 2 lovely stages bases to play with. So
of course, quite right. Do not know what is going on with the sound here. It is like you've got noisy neighbours and everyone's in walls.
It is, isn't it? Yeah,
I'm just checking. Everyone has got echo cancellation turned off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Has anyone running speakers?
No.
Nope.
It's like a feedback loop.
It is.
There
is a glitch in the matrix.
It's in StreamYard.
Yeah, it is.
I apologise. Anyone watching this live chat, you might be watching it in 10 years' time. We seem to have gremlins in StreamYard tonight. So sorry. I'll mute. Hello.
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 Might have gone. Andy, talk.
Hello. Hello. 1 2 1 2.
It's all started up
Level
again.
42.
Hard to say.
All Andy's fault.
I'm just no one has got speakers turned on. Have they?
Nope.
No.
Andy?
No, not at all.
Okay. Okie dokes. We will just have to soldier on. Do as best we can. I'm just wondering if there's anything on my mic.
Kind of funny all of a sudden.
It is. It appears Mike is charging
as is
capacitor.
No, I was just checking the interface. Nothing had been. I haven't done any recording this week. It's changed since Wednesday. Tea time. Enjoy. Cup of tea and a slice of cake. Lovely. That'll see you through that.
Oh,
So yes. So what's happening in the world of pink bases then? Any news on that side of the pond?
Well, we've got this. So you know this, but for the lads, the Mega Nerd Based JD video is in editing right now, and it will feature 4 JDs.
Excellent.
Yeah. So it'll be precise and imprecise at the same time. So I'll be playing each one individually, having a chat with each one, talking about them, doing this and that and this and that. Then I've got a friend of mine gave me a drum track where he played it all live. So I've got live drums that I'll pop the bass over, and everybody gets to hear each of them individually to do a comparative, so you can distinguish between the blue fretless, the GA24, the neon pink, and the striped monster. So should be fun.
Yeah.
So that's
in the hands of the editor.
Right. So in the hands of the editor, it'll be a moment, but it's coming. I just signed on for 2 shows, both in November, ironically. The first one is actually here locally, and I have to play a 4-song bit before Kid Rock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then the second one just signed on. I'm going to Mexico. So I'm going to go have an adventure south of the border.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very
So
nice.
should be good. It'll be a 4-day adventure. Beyond that, I've got a set of guys who asked me to track a 10-song record. So that's on deck here at some point soon. And I'm speaking to Toby about all things pink.
How are you?
Obviously.
At your age, that could be dangerous. So,
Well, considering your age and my age are nay far apart, you know.
well, I think you'll always find you got a couple of years head start.
Well, that's true. But Rich and I are neck and neck in that one, so it's all good.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
We'll talk all things pink, all spells.
Well, I have
Bill's
some
a bit
ideas.
older than us, though, isn't he? And maybe similar age to us.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Next week. Big one
All
next
right.
week.
Okay. So you're going
21, Andy.
5 or 56?
21.
Oh, I'm older than you.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm 60 next Thursday.
Oh wow.
Well, congratulations.
I still feel
You'll be on
18.
next Tuesday.
Yeah, I won't.
So Andy shall be the patriarch going forward.
Are you off, Bill?
No, but I will be shortly. But I'm just saying, I gave myself away how old I am by giving away that Gary Glitter was the first song I bought.
Yeah.
Will we? But I will have to.
Yeah.
My good lady will be coming home from work, so I have to go and cook.
Excellent.
And being that
Quite
she's,
right.
Oh, well done.
she's the best roadie, free roadie, and I get driven to all my gigs.
That's
There you
brilliant.
I have to go. And
Excellent.
How much does she charge? I might be
well,
giving her a phone call.
Yeah.
I just,
Hey, man, I tell you.
I just have to buy the cars. So you know that's.
That's all right.
Yeah, I've bought her three cars over the years of the ones that she's
Ferrari,
No,
Testarossa, and the Lamborghini.
she would.
No.
She wouldn't.
Bill's
She-
more of an S, class type person.
No. She's
Maybach.
she's a Kia Sportage woman, and she's very happy.
Oh, very good.
But she's
I would
never.
vote for a
I'm
route
pleased to hear
master. I'd request a route master.
The route master.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Just because you can
You
hold the whole
explain.
band then.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's look. I'll have to get back to you next week because we're having trouble with the guitarist. He's having a big sulk at the moment.
One of
he can't-
those.
He can't make a gig, so we've got another guitarist in, and he's thrown all his toys out.
Oh dear.
We have a
Oh,
saying
well.
for that on this side of the
The-
pond.
Orbital toy chucking, you know.
But I get it. I mean, I was adept. I was adept for their other bass player. He never minded. You know, it's. I
The
don't-
band can't be expected not to work if you're not available.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And do you guys do this for a living? Do any of you do it for a living?
No. This is it's just fun. But the annoying thing is,
Well, here's the other option. Whatever you're going to get paid for that gig, say to him, if you're willing to pay us all, then we won't do the gig.
yeah, but what is the reason he can't do the gig? Because he's playing with his other band.
Well, you can't have your cake and eat it, my friend.
Unless you're a Brooksy's bass player.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't. No, that's not happening.
Okay, so over here we say pull up your pantyhose and move along.
Exactly.
Thanks for that injection, Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly's on the side over there now. Wig and all, sorry.
He's even sulking to the point that we got a rehearsal on Friday, but he's not coming. Anyway,
Give us an update next week. I look forward to that.
And hopefully next week my bass will be fixed. And
Excellent.
Well, I can report good news on that. I can be
Excellent. Are you going down to pick it up, or oh no, they're sending the parts to your guy, aren't they?
happy. Then I'll give it to the guy. I found a
Great.
brilliant for a fella who's literally 9 minutes away. How
I'll tell you what. If you want to soften the, or if you want to maintain a very good relationship with the bass center, either buy some strings or some of their merch,
Yeah.
like buy a t-shirt and a cap, and say buy that as a thank you for you've sent me that.
I always get my strings from them anyway. I get.
Oh,
I will-
well, there you go. Then.
Yeah, because I use the elites. So
Got it. Okay.
so yeah.
Maybe
but-
buy a t-shirt just to say thank you
Yeah.
because it saved you the price of a new circuit. So
absolutely. Anyway, see you chaps next week. Hopefully.
you take care, Bill.
Cheers, Bill.
We'll see you
Nice to
next
see
week,
you.
mate.
Nice to meet you.
All the
Andy.
best.
Yeah, you too, Bill.
Take it easy, mate. Have a good week. Bye bye.
Bye, mate. Bye.
There we are. I saw Funky Hobby. Yes. Anyone checked out Swedish Unicorn bases? I've been aware of those for years because the guy made one for Mark, didn't he? And gave it to him at a gig. The guy has contacted me actually in recent weeks. He said, I'm in the middle of building some bases and would you be interested in reviewing and demoing a couple? I said, yeah, if you can get them here. I said, absolutely. I said, but you've got to get them here. I'm in London. So, but yes, I am aware of them. And hopefully we might have some here on the channel, which would be great. You don't get them over there. No, he's just very small, sort of cult luthier, I think. You disappeared.
Yeah, because I had a power surge and everything went black for a second, literally.
It's like every week. I don't know how you get. Yeah, it's mental over there.
No,
Trump gremlins.
It's pissing down outside, so.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Electric Low End as a finish. I'm against Swedish products. Oh,
okay. I guess I better not tell him about my Volvos then.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the saloon in the driveway.
You're nothing to do with. I'm just asking a question. Electric Low End. Are you Carl Maltby, who designs and makes the alternative area circuits? I didn't realize you were Finnish. Now you said that, I'm just wondering. Electric Low End. Suddenly, I'm thinking, is that Carl? If it is, hello.
Or not. Hello.
Yeah. Funky Hobbit, right? Thinking about flying over. Right.
Flu.
Top spec luthiers Christian from Unicorn. Yeah. Oh well. Here we go. The good-looking member of the squad.
Oh, looky. Speaking of Aria Pros. Speaking of Aria Pros.
Handsome young chap.
Thank you. Hey, do you like what I'm wearing?
Can't see it yet. All I can see. Let's hang on.
Come on now.
Oh,
hey!
Look.
There he is.
There we go.
There we go.
So Zuma's got one. Rich has bought one. It's on order. It's on its way. And then we've had these. So the lovely Westfort. Where have I put them? Oh, I've got to share it because it's an image. Sorry. Keep looking at video files. Idiot. So this is Westfort in his Stacey Ann designed sweatshirt.
Nice.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Good work, my man. And this is him in his Mark King quote shirt. He was splashing the cash.
I don't see. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Oh, no, he's really.
Zuma, that shirt will suit you a treat. That color's great. Yeah.
That's my color.
Matches the Challenger.
And I'm
very
happy
good.
To report it is soft.
It's good gear. It is good gear. I've not had one bad piece of merch from them. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So now, Zuma, the big question is, are you going to have one of the Arias refinished in purple?
I think I'd be more likely to kind of build a clone. I'm kind of already in the beginning processes of getting a pickup because I have a body and I kind of have a neck. I don't know if I want to use that neck, but I want to see how close I can get to making a 600.
Okay.
So that's the passive version with the slightly different pickup. So that might be a good candidate to spray purple or purple burst or something like that.
Sounds reasonable.
Just got cramp in my leg. I've been sat on this stool and my leg just went in a full cramp down my thigh. So if someone saw me grimace, that's what happened. Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey. What's
how you doing? All right.
Well, you better give him the unveiling as well, Zuma. So give him the full.
Oh, yeah, stand up again, Zuma.
It's like an Adonis.
I've ordered the same thing in black.
There you go. Bless you. Bless you.
I'm actually
Did you
dying
also order
here,
a lightsaber?
No, it's actually it is a boom, which actually changes
I've
color.
never seen one like that.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's pretty cool.
Man toys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hence my my T-shirt for tonight.
There you are.
Of course.
Oh,
I don't know. I think we're all surrounded by man toys with strings on them.
we
That's
are.
true, huh?
Most
We are.
definitely, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And I
So
will
what's
also
happening in
say-
Zoomer world? How's your week been?
Very busy. You know, I can't. I'm not complaining. It was a very jam-packed, fun weekend. I didn't get a chance to do anything base-wise. I didn't put a video up. I didn't record anything. I was, sort of an inadvertent break from YouTube stuff. It's the usual story. Just you have social engagements that you've already planned, and work is busy, so just not a lot of time left.
I know that feeling. Mark Palmer, you've put 17 hashtag kills. What's that mean?
Dingwall Rio number 12. He said
Yeah,
for
he's got
17.
12.
He said 17 kills. So
Was he got 2?
I'm thinking he took the 2 instead of the 7.
2 and 7 are nowhere near each other on the keyboard.
Well, we're all bass players,
Okay, ambidextrous,
that too.
perhaps.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Zoomer. It's everything sort of takes over and it runs away with the time, and you're like, and before you look, and I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're
Often happens.
if you're dumb enough to, like I am, to let yourself get involved in a sport, for me it's the Dodgers, then there goes hours of your time. So right now they're fighting for the division, and they're doing really well, so it's cool. But I try to be productive while I'm watching the game. I try to be practicing or doing something else, because there's a lot of these sports, there's a lot of kind of like, oh, let's sit around and wait. So, but even then, you're still giving something attention, and you got the sound on. I can't record while the game's on. You know what it's lovely for? Setting up bases. That's great, because you got the game on and you're setting up your bases.
That's it.
Strings,
So last week's live chat, you and I got into a bit of a YouTube chat and what have you, and that was all very good.
Yeah.
So a little bit more meat on the bone. So in
All right.
recent weeks and months, I've been saying there's a lot of what's the word? There's a lot of focus on the shorts feed and the vertical stream feed. So yesterday I did a 4 hours Workbench video. Oh, did you?
I saw it on my feed,
right?
But I haven't clicked it.
Got 8,500 views
on a 4-hour video.
On a 4-hour vertical live stream. There is money in vertical live streams. And if there isn't, there is in subscriber numbers. We got 40 subscribers off it.
Nice.
Wow.
So if you want to do Duran stuff and attract people in, I suggest you do some sort of Duran vertical stream as a live feed or something, or I don't know, play through some Duran songs if you want to do that or whatever. Yeah. And it'll get pushed out to people who have a thing for watching Duran videos. Yeah. And you may find it suddenly gives your channel a bit of a sort of booster rooster.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I've never had a live chat like that. 8,500 views for me, setting up 3 bases on a Workbench. It's crazy.
Yeah. Awesome.
There you go.
And it wasn't planned. Say again.
What was the base in the thumbnail? Because it looked like a PJ, but it had like carbon.
It's graphite status matrix. So it came back from the Menders last week.
I've never seen a PJ. That's why.
It's a matrix. So it's a 1990. They didn't do it for very long.
Oh, that's nice.
And so it came back from having I tried to do it 4 weeks ago, and as soon as I plugged it in, Rich will remember. I think he was on it. It just went.
I was on.
Made all sorts of noise. It was horrible.
Oh man!
I took it to the gallery, and they completely.
Speaking of Spacebass.
Yeah. Spacebass.
Spacebass.
The Bootsy.
Well, I'm just saying. The demonstration of Be the space.
Oh yes, yeah. But it needed all the shielding needed completely changing. There were some broken connections, various other bits and bobs. They turned it around in a week, but it still needed the action sorting, and the pickups needed to drop, and the finish needed a bit of a super gloss with the wax and what have you. And now it's ready to gig, so it's all done, ready to go.
Nice.
Lovely.
So that was it. It was like that was the first one on the bench. That's what I took the photo of, and away we went.
Yeah, for the first time yesterday, I used a tool that I bought because it was on sale. It was a StewMac tool. I don't know if anybody here has used it, but man, it works really well for its one purpose. It's the what do they call it? It's a clever name, Jack the Gripper, for tightening your
jack
output
socket.
jack. Yeah, because I always had pretty good luck just tightening it, but this particular
Does it
base,
fit inside the? Is it one? So if you took the back plate off, you can see it, and when you put the jack in, it twists it and suddenly works itself loose.
It like holds the middle part in place by sticking in this like probe, and then there's a socket that has kind of a hole in the middle so that it could travel over this tool, and then you just spin that socket.
I know. Cool. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It works really well, because sometimes
that's
it wants
what I
to
needed
twist.
for the lodestone.
Yeah. So I never
We
had
take
to
the
use
back
it, but
plate off, and every time you put the jack in and take it out, the barrel turns.
it turns. Yeah, exactly.
And after about 6-7 times, it's all loose. It's all just flapping around.
It's loose, right? Yeah.
Who needs a flappy socket, hey? You don't want
Feeling
one.
flappy, are we?
That's in old age. Message Albriano. Hey Zuma, great to see you. Dodgers up 2-0 on the Phils.
Yeah, that's true. So today we have the day off, but tomorrow we'll play again. We win 2 more. It's in the bag for the World Series.
There you go.
the next level.
There you go. Haven't seen beat after beat today. He was on yesterday. He was obviously all live chatted out yesterday. So
maybe so.
But we did 3 bases. So I did that yesterday. We did the Jazz Plus, and we did the Ibanez Thomann. Yeah.
Wait, is the Jazz Plus the one with the Kubicki preamp, or that's
Yes.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
The one I bought that's in silver burst. Hold on, I'll get it.
Yeah.
If I can try not to get cramp in my leg. Creepers.
Feeling a little crampy today.
Age, mate.
A little cranky.
Cranky. Cranky, he says.
That one.
Crank it up.
That one I got back in May.
That's nice.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Very
Silver burst.
that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try and get the. Doesn't really come out in light, but on stage, in light, it looks like greeny, yellowy, black. But when you stand on stage, it goes kind of white as an outline, so it looks great.
Yeah, well, it looks cool from here. It's nice.
It's all good. And it had, I don't know, it's like it had some sort of wax on the body. It was horrible. And cleaned it up with some spray, and it was like, no, that's not good enough. Put the carnauba wax on, the gloss coats come up. Absolutely true.
Yeah.
On the back,
Nice.
it was like all waxy. It was not good. It's better.
So
better.
what positions? How alike is it to the Kubicki? I know it has a Kubicki preamp, but what are the controls?
Different because of the pickup. So it's a 4-position switch. So it's standby, active 1, active 2, passive.
Okay.
And the bass and treble. I've got a screwdriver.
Probably like the Fender.
Yeah, it's probably the 9-volt.
Yeah.
And it's got a micro tilt on the
Okay.
on the back as well.
Plate at the back, yeah.
They were still doing that at the time.
Nice.
Smaller headstock.
Yeah.
But there'll be a demo and review very, very shortly. Now it's all set up, ready to go.
Nice.
It's grand. Hey. So yeah. And then we get to the Fretless Odyssey, and this can come out. So that's a bass center
Okay.
profile.
Nice.
Very nice, that is.
Mm-hmm.
It plays great. Really nice. I'm surprised more people don't use them because they're not particularly expensive and they just really play really good. The necks are great.
Yeah.
Very impressive, I would say.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there we are. But I will report back on the Bootsy after the weekend. So there's 2 gigs, Friday and Saturday, both private events, one in London, one in Macclesfield. And if it survives, then job done, really.
Excellent.
Even better.
Hope so. I would put it on, but I'm not risking it falling off, and I haven't got the strap locks to hand. But that's the problem at the moment, because despite the Warwick strap buttons being sort of they're a bit longer than Shaller's, and there's a groove for it to sit in. Once you've got that and the washer, there's no room left, and it's trying to ping off the washer at every possible
opportunity.
Moment. Yeah, but it seemed to work earlier, and if that solved the problem, then great. So you can get out and start earning a few bob.
Yep.
And I know the band leader's happy because I sent him the video that I'd sent to Gareth, and he went, "Oh, great! You're going to be able to use it." I went, "Well, hopefully." Yeah. I said, "I won't be putting 750 quid's worth of LEDs in it, though." I said, "If you want that, you can pay for that. That's not happening on my watch." Albiano, Pinkstone, Richard, Andy, great to see the crew. Great. It's what people tune in for every week. You said it's the excessive knowledge and witty repartee, so I'm told.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All up to date. If I haven't even, so we just got into the chat straight away tonight. If anyone's watching, please give the video a thumbs up. Most important thing you can do. Leave comments, share the video out, but a thumbs up, please. It's the most important thing you can do for any of us that are content creators. It helps to push the video within the algorithm, helps the channel, helps me, helps the video. It's very much appreciated. All the people that liked last night's live chat, I think we got about 60 odd likes on that. So thank you again. Nice. If you were watching. Gaz, you use the all parts guitar bullet jack tighter.
Same thing.
That's not easy to say, is it?
No. Say it 10 times fast. 10 times fast.
Teeth there, yeah. The all parts guitar bullet jack tighter. It sounds like just an amalgam, load of words thrown together, and we'll just
sounds like it's time for a boxing match.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So what's next on the schedule then, Zuma? What's next videos up on the roster?
The next one will be the explainer video for Hold Back the Rain. So that's going to be complicated because there's a lot of versions of that song. And
just a bit.
Yeah, I don't want to explain, what I hear in each of those bass lines because they are slightly different. And harmonically, it's very, very.
You've got all the remixes.
yeah, I get too many of them at this point. Yeah,
there's never such thing as too many.
That's what I hope to record.
The problem is you've got the difference between the UK and Europe versions, the American versions, and then you've got all the David Tannenbaum remixes, and you've got the 12-inch mix, the Carnival mix, the Night Romantics mix.
So many. Yeah. There are so many, but what I really want to focus on is that there is a marked tonal difference in the track that you hear if you were just to go out and buy the album now. And it's a much shorter track. It's 3 minutes and 51 seconds, and the tone is different on that album, on that version. Way different than the original UK mix and the original US mix. So I just have to queue all this stuff up, and it's just a matter of getting my head in the right place and coordinating all the tabs in my browser.
I think there was a remix on the B-side of Hungry Like the Wolf on the 12-inch, wasn't there? And that's a different one as well.
It probably is different, and I think the problem, it's not necessarily a problem, but back then all those things, a lot of them were just, hey, just play it again, so it's So that makes each and every one of them unique because they just played it again. It's just a longer version of the song. So it's gonna be, it's all in good fun though, but it's just gonna take a little longer than preparing some of the other ones.
Yeah. I'm just having a look on the singles box set just to see.
Yeah.
Came on number 2. Yeah, it was. I think it was on Hungry Like the Wolf. Says there is a version called "Hold Back the Rain" remix 401.
See, that's not even that long because.
And then there's another. Yeah. Then there's the 12-inch remix, which is 706.
Yeah, that 401 version. That's really interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that one too because the one that's on the albums now is only 351, and
right.
The ones on the original UK release and the original US release, they're far longer than that.
Because I had the cassette. I had the cassette of the album in 83 when I got my copy, and that version was the version I always grew up knowing. And every time you then hear the 12-inch, and then as they've done each remaster of the album, it's like they've swapped in another version each time. So
that's what it feels like, and that's what makes it really tricky. Yeah.
It makes it more fun. You never can tell which one you're going to get.
You can never tell. I know.
That's true.
Back to the strap lock thing real quick. I don't know how well you can see this, but I just bought these. I know there's
yes,
but I'm going to show them to you right now because I put them on the Yamaha just to test.
Did you find the thing you were looking for? You had that contraption.
It came to a conclusion. Let me see if I can show this to you. See how it works?
Yeah.
And what's kind of cool is if I can do it from the side here, you can actually put your cable in there if you want it. More like for the bottom one, so you could do a little cable management. But I gotta say, this thing it works pretty well.
These Damasio's.
No, the Dario. Yeah, these two Dario. They're just dual lock strap lock.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. But here, now that I have it here, I'll show you how it works. It's kind of good that it's a bit tricky to get off because you don't.
I'm enjoying watching Richard's boom stand.
Can you? You see it?
Yeah. It's like a plastic overlay.
It's just a little piece of plastic. So as far as longevity, obviously I cannot comment on that because I just got them. But it works. It does a great job, and they're pretty cheap. You get two for $6, and
that's okay.
If it lasts a couple years, at least. If
your base doesn't leave the strap and hit the ground, it's paid for itself.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they're pretty
superb.
Good. And they're very thin. So with your situation on that thing, this should.
The rubber washer thing, they're not.
Yeah, I bought some of those too. Look. I bought a couple of those. I haven't tried these yet. So this is the Fender ones.
They're good. So, I used 2 out of my gig bag. That's it. You can get them in all different colors. They're just called. That's it.
That's close.
He'll buy the bulk. He'll buy a bulk job lot of them. They'll be unavailable in the 52 states before you know it.
They do.
You got to make pink ones, man. Yeah.
They do.
Oh, I know they do. Yeah, they make all colors. That's all good.
So with the Bootsy bass, I used 2 of those rubber strap locks out of my gig bag.
Oh, okay.
And what I found out was I'd used them so much over 10 years or so. On that bass with the strap ends, they weren't holding it in place. They'd got a little baggy. So I pulled 2 new ones out, and I'm trying to bend that over the strap button. My God. So what I've done. Let me get the bass, and it makes more sense. So I've put them on so that over the next couple of days, they hopefully will stretch in.
Oh, I see.
Before.
Oh, I see why it's a Bootsy. Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully they will stretch in.
The Bootsy.
Indeed.
In time for the weekend. So then I'll take them off and they'll fit on properly. But
Yeah,
there she be.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun looking into different ways of accomplishing.
It's a 24 as well.
Yep. But at last it can go. When you're playing sat down, it's great. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't move because it's not on a strap. It's nothing to do with the actual balance because it's not a heavy bass. It's very light. But it's just the attachment points. So.
Yeah.
Look, let's see if I can do it. Put some meat on the bones here. Right, let's see. Take the strap rings off. And annoyingly, you can't buy just the over the button part of these strap locks. You have to buy the whole kit.
Of course you do.
That's not going to be happening. Oh God!
If a job's worth doing, do it properly.
Well, that's true, but the problem is I don't want to be buying loads of Warwick
No,
straps.
of course not. No.
Because I've got tons and tons of shallow.
Don't we all?
Yeah. That's the de facto standard.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's get these off. I can't get my finger under the washer.
Well, while you're getting that under, I'll just give you the final.
There you
update
go.
that with this one, I did put it out on a couple of the talk base forums, and somebody came back and said, yes, I have those. I also missed them. I have my receipt. I bought them at Sam Ash, and then I remembered, yes, I bought mine at Sam Ash. But he said he looked at the receipt and he even had the part number, but the part number went nowhere. That company is just different. So,
It was a one-off at the time, I'd say.
yeah, just somebody came up with a good idea and just couldn't make it work, you know?
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, so I would gladly
We tried.
all of these. We'll buy all of
We
these
tried.
things and-
Over several episodes, we tried, and no one could come up with what they were.
Yeah, at least we have an answer now, though. At least I know.
It was clearly just some company that just made bits and probably stopped
Yeah.
long ago. How long did you think you've had it? 20 years? 30 years?
The guy had his receipt and he had the date, and I think it was something like 2008 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Not that long ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. These rings are like super tight.
Yeah, I mean,
They've
you're
not been
struggling
used.
with
Yeah.
that.
I am struggling with it.
Yeah, I haven't
I
tried.
don't have
them.
any fingernails at the moment.
They're
so-
probably the same thing. Here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna race you. I'm gonna try this one. Now.
You'll do it well because these buttons, they have a recess under the main part. And basically this ring has
This one
gripped
out.
onto it and ain't coming over the upper part, if that makes
I'm gonna
sense.
try these purple ones.
I could
Yeah,
do
that's
with
of course
a
you are.
pliers.
This is just a standard something. I don't know. Looks like a strap lock
These-
too, but
These are normally okay with shallow ones, but
oh yeah, this just went on like nothing.
yeah. Yeah, I'm losing a battle here. Let's see if
Yeah,
I can
but
do it.
guess what? It doesn't work for. I think this strap I have here, it's too thick for this button. So because this is a strap lock, this base came with strap locks, but I didn't get the strap locks, or I didn't get the other end. So this button's too small. Yeah, it doesn't work. Comes right off. It just just take the strap off and it comes right off. So that's not good for a base that already has the
Yeah,
the
this
small
ain't gonna
strap
be a
lock
thing.
button.
I can't get that on
So-
there with that strap.
That's
ring
another.
on there. Oh well,
thing.
demos aren't working tonight, are they?
Oh,
Never
well.
mind.
Oh well, it's only a strap.
Oh, wow.
It's only a flesh wound, yes.
It is. Gareth, I got your picture you sent me of that all parts guitar bullet jack tighter. I got that. Electric Lion. Wait, I didn't mention it before that I'm from Finland. I thought I had. No.
All right.
Nope. Not
No,
that I
no.
remember.
Tonight's
Nope.
the first time you've mentioned that. So Stacey's here. Stacey, have you
Yeah.
got a picture? You were going to send me a picture of
Stacey.
you with your new, because Zoomer's bought a t-shirt.
Yes.
All those
Here it
hours
is.
we spent designing merch, he's bought one. There we are. Mr. Prawn's back. Good to see
Hello.
you, Mr. Prawn. I see you do post on base chat, so very good. Evening, guys. Do you think a poly finish sounds different from a lacquer finish? Yes, or is it just
Yes.
a myth? It's not a myth. When I was checking out Spectre Euro LXs in 2008, there were loads of them being sold very cheap through the channel because Stuart Spectre wanted them sold before he released new products. And I went to test probably about 7 or 8 in various branches of Reverb. So not Reverb, the auction site. we used to have a company here called Sound Control, and they got changed to a company called Reverb, and they were the distributors for Spectre stuff at the time. And I was going from various shops trying out the different basses, because basically you could buy a Spectre Euro LX for 500 quid. And it was take your pick of the finishes. You know, what color do you want? You can pretty much have it. And there were loads in gloss, and there were loads, I've got that ring off, and there were loads in gloss and loads in like a satin lacquer.
A matte finish.
Natural. And I will, it stays with me now, right? Those gloss finished instruments were far more lively, resonant, and clear than the instruments that didn't have the gloss coat.
Mm-hmm.
And that made up my mind, because I'd done loads of reviews with basses and what have you. And it was rare that I ever had two of the different types together at the same time. Yet here I was in shops with basically the same instruments made at the same time, similar vintages in the different finishes. And it made a hell of a difference. So I bought a Euro LX in a gloss finish. And even now, if I see a Spectre Euro LX or any Spectre and it's got a satin finish, not going near it. No chance.
It's like about the wall bases. The wall bases had both. You had, if you had the winging facings, the one I had did not have a gloss finish.
Right.
And then I had a poly finish white one that they called the white whale, because, you know, completely different.
It's definitely something in it. I never used to think there could be. I thought, well, woods, pickups, every time I picked up a gloss coated Euro LX and played it right next to a satin finish one, the gloss coated one was a far more lively instrument. Resonant, harmonics just sort of flew out of the thing. You played one of the satin finishes, it was like someone was playing it with a pillow over it. It didn't sound very enthralling. It was all the notes, the low notes sound like a dull thud, like it had flat wounds on. Didn't. It had steel round wounds on.
The last wall I had was that way because it was a satin finish. There was a mahogany top and
it's definitely
facings.
something in it.
Yeah,
Definitely
something totally different.
If you listen to the 2008 Mexican Road Warns, they sound completely different because of the
Nitro
finish. Nitro cellulose, yes.
Yep.
I've actually got one jazz in it.
Have cake.
That is just, you know.
Is Richard's wig ready? Not yet. I haven't paid the bill for that yet. Richard wants an afro. No, you're getting an afro, but it's multicolored. In pink, in honor of Jane. Well, pink is in there. Stacey, I'm torn between a red curly Ronald McDonald number and a nice proper chin length bob. Yeah, definitely.
Can I have
or somewhere in the middle.
Ronald hair with an actual really big red actual nose, you know, paint and everything. Yeah.
Like the old horn, the car horns.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Give me a moment. Right, we are winning now. So this is. I'm going to get the second part on. I'm not going to put the washers on. I think we'll be safe enough. Obviously, if this gets to gig status, then once it's on and the washers are in place, it ain't coming off.
Ever.
So the idea, right? So this is now the strap is on. I might have to stand up for this. In fact, I think, yeah.
You won't get a cramp if you stand up.
No, all right, Grandad. Right, so that's there. So this is the part that's left, and so that goes over, and it doesn't. I take my hands away; it doesn't tip.
Okay, that's a good idea. I wondered what that was for.
So it's two straps. So basically, one's holding it in there on the strap button, and this one is also on the strap button, but it's just a loose part. So you put it over the top horn. It worked better for the kid in the video because he had a standard shaped guitar, so it went over the upper bout, worked a treat. This is a slightly different affair, but it means if I take my hands away, it's a minimal tip. Now, if I take that off and let it go, here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So we're in a better place. In a better place. And now I can do my car wash and the bass is still in a playing position as opposed to being up like this and I'm trying to tip the thing back and get my hand back in.
Yeah.
The Wales do that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I call that a result in my book. So it's all good. Mohicans don't suit you. There's always time. Very good. Vimto red. Yeah, we can do that. Cherry red even. Yes. Just call me Ron Todds. Very good. Do you have photos, Stacey, of you in your new t-shirt? You were going to send me them on Sunday. Let's just hang this one back up.
Special place in the gallery.
Brooksy
We have the bass gallery and the Brooks gallery.
That's it, exactly. The Brooksy's Bass Emporium.
The actual Brooks collection, sir.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Yeah. Might have to do an update to the collection video. So.
Oh, talking of that.
Yes.
News, of course, on.
Yes.
Saturday.
That's a hell of a collection.
Very slightly, yes. It's grown a little bit because the last time I was there was about 17 years ago.
Oh, crikey. Well, it will have done then.
Yeah. And it's grown significantly. Yeah. Really
You
nice.
can have your you'll have your work cut out getting all of those sorted out in
a
day.
Indeed. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You're gonna have to go at speed.
Yes, that's right.
Although, to be fair,
ready.
his flat's so huge, there's plenty of room. Set yourself up in a corner, there's plenty of room there. You'll just have a conveyor belt of bases. Right, next one. That's right. Next one.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All good. All good. Let's just check there's no emails. Wait, no, that's all good. Fine. I've had all of yes, that's it. Sorry, I could see one sitting there. It was Andy's second invite request. Go on.
Just a reminder.
Yeah, just a reminder. I didn't see it. I think we had the video running at the time. Yeah, we had the Young Gun Silver Fox video running at that point.
Okay.
It was running in the family.
No. It was running in the background, mate. But yes, Nickel Thompson on trombone. I'll hopefully see him on Monday, Portsmouth.
Oh, really?
You're there, aren't you, Andy? Yeah.
I am, yes. Yeah, definitely.
You are, yeah. I don't know what time I'm getting there because I'm taking my sister and anything could happen between now and then. So it'll be a fly by the seat of the pants excursion. That's for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Got to treat her now and again.
Well, by all accounts, they're bum rushing the stages once they get in, so everybody can get close still. So,
well, you see, I had the option of doing that Young Gun Silver Fox, and I've learned my lesson. You just stand back and get far better sound, and you get far more room, and you haven't got people with their phones like this. You used to spend the whole night watching it through other people's phones. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather stand back and get all the lights and everything else, and it sounds good. And you don't get brownie points for standing at the front. So,
unless you know the bass player.
Well, yeah. Are you aware? Yeah, you wear your pants are falling there. Right, Stacey, you know the best laid plans of mice and men, but I will have them to you before the weekend. Very good. I'll show them next week. Then.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So, I have to say, Zuma, that's a very fetching shirt. Well chosen. But I picked the colours. Cool. I picked the colours of the shirts that you can choose from. Yeah. So.
Well, you knew I was going to choose this one.
It works good.
Cameras don't pick up purple nicely.
It looks blue.
This is purple.
Yeah, blue. Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I don't know. I can see the purple because if you look where I see him on the screen, he's I'm above him in the pink section, which is appropriate for both of us, so it's fine. You got the pink section against the purple shirt. Looks fine.
Frilly pink section. So I get people ask me, what the hell is that base? So that is the GB Rumor body shape. That is the shape. That's the outline of my Kingfisher Blue, which is bigger than any other Rumor. It's got an extra inch around the whole outline. And then it's made up of multicolored GB Rumors. So I didn't want to infringe anyone else's copyright. And I said to Bernie, well, it's my base and I designed it. You're right with me using it? He went, do what you like. So there we go. Because when I did the original Brooksy's Base Corner logo with all the headstocks, all the companies I messaged and contacted, and they went, yes, you can use that. No problem. But if you're going to sell merch, you need to come back to us and we've got to speak to our lawyers. And I thought, right,
of course,
won't do that. The only thing I can do is create shirts, which again, the people who've bought merch will get a special one-off unique t-shirt. Actually, that's probably going to be next year. I'm going to do a one-off run of about 250 shirts, and people who have bought merch will get one of those shirts for free. And that will have the headstock design because I'm not selling it. You're getting it for free. So there'll be something winging its way to you, Richard and Zuma.
There you go.
Wow.
Stacy.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Westford, you haven't got it yet. When it gets there. But yes, there will be single color, the headstock logo from the first first attempts at doing a YouTube channel. So yes, I will be requiring people's sizes when I do that. So yeah, there we go.
Speaking of
very good
Canadian bassists, what do y'all think of Rush?
It's about the 7th time we're discussing this, but we can go again.
No,
it's all right. It's all right. We started talking about it at the start of the night. I think it's great. If they want to do it, that's fab. As I said earlier, there are various or a couple of Rush albums that I'm quite taken with. So one was a show of hands, because when I used to work at Sainsbury's, we used to do weekend. Well, back in those days, supermarkets weren't open on a Sunday, and we would do Sunday restocks, and we'd be there for like 10 hours or whatever. And the guy that used to run the student side of it would be in charge of the music, so he'd have his ghetto blaster right up against the microphone and it playing throughout the whole store, and he would keep putting on show of hands, and I went, I really like this, really good. And then over time, I love the music, but I wasn't such a fan of Geddy Lee's vocals. It's like,
that's what everybody always says.
It's the same. It's the same.
And the very first CD I ever bought was a show of hands from Woolworths in Fareham for £5. So, and I've actually got the whole sheet music for it up in a folder over here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so they're out. Roll the Bones, I like. Presto, Show of Hands, Hold the Fire, Exit Stage Left. Not the early stuff, that wasn't really for me. But they're not the sort of band I would pay to go and see. I think I'd get a bit bored halfway through. It would just be like,
I was never a Rush fan.
No.
Until.
Just saying.
Well, but so I appreciate everything Geddy Lee's done, what they've done, and there are things I can listen. Hold the Fire, I can listen to back to front and love it. It's great. But I wouldn't pay £100 to go and sit and watch it. I wouldn't. And I know they will do an amazing show. Their show's always fabulous, but I just couldn't sit through him screaming for 2 hours. It just
he can't do that now.
Oh well, quite.
Just saying.
Exactly.
Not a rash comment. You know, you can't do it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
And they
none of them can at that age.
So.
Except Glenn Hughes. Except Glenn Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that guy's amazing.
But, I mean, he looks like a bag of bones.
He does, but
Facially,
then that voice
very
comes out
good.
and everybody goes, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Man.
What do you think, Zuma? Rush?
I feel the same way you do. I never really took to his voice, but I very much always appreciated the compositions and obviously the playing. I mean, it's impeccable. And I like the fact too that he, a lot of, I guess, I don't know. I never really did the guitar. Did Alex also play keyboards. I don't know, but I like the fact that he was playing keyboards sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was always playing keyboards early, so I liked a lot of things about it. But I'm very much a song guy, and all of their songs are great. They're I mean, I'm like a Beatles, Zeppelin song guy. I like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, let's get out of here. And for it to be melodic or pretty or make me want to dance like that, that's my thing. And I don't know if Rush fulfills that, but it's nice to listen to something different. And when I got into high school, it was very much heavily jazz focused, and obviously the prog rock kind of comes along for the ride. And
Always.
so I couldn't help but to listen to Rush, and obviously like all the all the rockers in the school, they were playing YYZ and turning you on to the stuff. Everybody was turning each other on to things they hadn't heard to, and that was wonderful. It was great. So I really appreciate them. I did see them live once, but it was one of those things where like, go with me. I'm paying for the tickets are paid for. Let's just go. Sure, and I think I don't remember what tour it was, but it was one. I don't know if this helps, but it was one where Neil Peart had like this full-on, complete like big band jazz drum solo in the middle of the set. I mean, it went on for like 20 minutes, like right in the middle. All the other guys took a break. And I don't know if that narrows it down. I don't know.
That would just about finish me off.
That would be that would be prior to the retirement of 10 years. That would have been the 15 years prior.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. So
because the kit, he would stand up and the kit would spin and he'd play another kit.
I was about to say there was all this like Tommy Lee style of things happening.
Except he wasn't going upside down.
Right, he wasn't going upside down. Yeah. So yeah, but I think more than anything, I like to hear him speak. I like what he's done. Well, obviously he has a big collection, but I like to hear him talk about bass, and I like to hear him just talk about his life. And seems like a super cool guy. I just like you said, I'm not going to sit there and play any particular album on repeat because just the songs are they don't do it for me like that. Yeah, but
I never got to interview. I never got to interview him. We did him quite a few times at the mag while I was there, but usually it was the editor. And there was, I think was a bit chummy with him anyway. But there was an interview that came up, I think before COVID, so it would have been 2019. And I'd say it was just around the time that the book was. Oh, actually, so maybe it's 2018. Yes, it would have been because they launched the book, and yeah, because I bought a copy for Neil Fairclough. That's right. So it'd been 2018. I said to him, "Are you doing that interview?" He said, "No." I said, "Can I go and do it?" He went, "Oh no, I've offered it to some other people." So I didn't get to do it, and we didn't do it again before the magazine stopped. But it would have been nice to interview him. But
for sure,
that's what it was.
You want to hear Zuma?
I can't complain.
You can't. Zuma, let me tell you this. The last time I saw Rush was the Roll the Bones tour.
Okay.
And it was Rush and Mr. It was Rush and Mr. Big.
Oh, so you saw Sheehan at the same time?
So it was Geddy and Sheehan on the same show.
Did they get up and come on stage for the encore together?
They did, and they came out with the Power Drills. That was the Power Drill
That's
tour.
it. Yeah. So the whole of Mr. Big came on stage with Rush for the encore.
Yep, for that one. Yeah.
Well,
because I know they did it for some shows.
That's a perfect segue into what I was going to say, which is that I also really dig his tone, and this is so perfect because the type of overdrive that Geddy uses and the type of overdrive that Billy Sheehan uses, I'm a fan of that. I don't like fuzzy. I don't like fuzz. I don't like bass fuzz. Like I can get into it. There's some Sly and the Family Stone that obviously is very much
acoustic 360. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm more into like that piano sort of distortion tone.
So Geddy's distortion over the last bunch of years was the Orange Amp. Same as actually, ironically, since we mentioned Glenn Hughes, same with Glenn Hughes. His tone for the last number was the Orange Amp, and Now,
Didn't it use the RPM before that?
Who?
Getty, the
Getty's used
Tech 21?
mixtures of stuff. He's used a bunch of different stuff. He's got the pedal, but the pedal was the Tech 21 pedal, the 2112 or whatever it is pedal, was modeled off of the sound of a jazz bass through the orange amp.
Through the orange. Oh, that's interesting.
I had that conversation because I tried the Getty pedal versus the Doug Pinnick pedal, and the Getty pedal did not win.
Nice.
So that was just for me, though. But I mean, again, to speak about Getty's tone, just like talking about Billy Sheehan's, actually, if you go and you dissect each period of what he was using bass-wise and then amp and effect-wise, it changes. Yeah. Because if you go back, without going too nerdy deep into this, the first Rush record was a Precision with an Ampeg. And then the first Rickenbacker showed up on Caress of Steel, and then it became the Rickenbacker from there until we got to basically the jazz bass for Moving Pictures, which turned back into the jazz plus the Rick, and then the Steinberger on Signals.
Yeah.
And then from Presto and Hold Your Fire and all those things, those were all the Wal. And those were Peter Collins walnut Wal, not the Black Polys or the other ones until later, just so you know.
Oh, okay. So that black one wasn't until way later.
The black one was the big money bass, but it wasn't. The record wasn't played with the Black Wal. The record was played with Peter Collins walnut.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Because he lived here before he passed on.
Oh.
A few of us got to have a little go on that bass, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
so
that's great.
The walnut, that is, yeah. And the same with Billy Sheehan's tone. So Billy Sheehan always had the Precision that he did all the hacks and mods to that he calls the wife, right?
Yeah.
And which it evolved into the Attitude bass. But the difference that Billy used was the preamps and the stuff. I can go back into the the first record and second record of Mr. Big, and he was using something called Servo Drive speakers, which were made in Chicago, and they were massive. And they were super intense. He had a rack that stood about 6.5 feet tall, and had all of his
like elephant research or something like that.
You might as well. Yeah, they were the servo drives. Yeah, they were quite nutty in that case.
They were for the 18-inch cabs.
Yeah.
I remember asking him about it. We would. I think it's when I did the interview. I was here on the channel. It was the 30th anniversary of Lean Into It, and he was talking about going back to using some JBL cabinets with his Helix stuff.
Yep.
And people from JBL just got back in touch with him, and I said to him, "Didn't you have some speakers that had like a servo motor to drive the speaker cabinet, the actual driver itself?" And he said, "Yeah, they were for 18-inch cabs." He said, "Didn't use them all the time, but when we did David Lee Roth and the early days of Mr. Big, he said we had those on gigs." I said, "Really? That amount of bottom end?" He said, "Well, they were PA cabinets. That was the whole point.
They were. They were made in Chicago.
They were for auditoriums and stadium use, and
that's.
I thought it would be fun to put them in my rack."
Why not? Yeah, because a friend of mine's brother worked for the company, so I got to see all that firsthand back then.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, so the one thing to mention, the only other thing that Billy had used aside from the Precision was the Yamaha BB that was actually a custom, the pink one. The pink one that was its neck through, and they call it rose blue. And they call it rose blue because when you look at it, since I have one of them, there's only 3.
Ooh. Oh, underneath it's kind of blue?
It turns blue. So they called it rose blue, even though it's really a dashing kind of pearl pink, but the coating, the finish, the poly, has a blue tint to it.
Right.
So that's the only other one that you'd see a lot of. There'd be a few others showing up on magazine covers and whatnot, but most of them were Precision style bases anyway, until the Attitudes hit.
Back to Getty Lee for just a second. He is the reason that I have, at least one time in my life, played a Steinberger, because there was a guy in my high school who was a big Getty fan, and he was a bit younger than me. Anyway, he was kind of like one of the understudies, because I was a senior at this point, and he brought his Steinberger. He had like a genuine Steinberger, not one of the clone ones or the wood ones or the honers or anything like that. Like he had a
Yes.
real Steinberg. What are they called? The LM1s or LM2s or I don't remember what.
I don't remember.
So he let me play it, and I was surprised at how round the neck was, and kind of how thick it was front to back, and how even that instrument was. I mean, it was just it felt like you were playing through a compressor. It was just even everywhere. It kind of sounded like a keyboard bass. It was really cool. It felt really nice.
Yep.
You saying you were a senior at school? You're only 17 now. So how did you manage that?
Yeah,
Just last week.
I'm not smart enough to graduate. They just keep me there.
I've been going to this high school for 25
That's
years.
it. They won't let me leave.
I'm no dummy. Yes. Okay.
That's it.
I do have a friend of mine he's like a genius musician that just didn't take it anywhere. But the funny thing about him is he could never get his bachelor's degree because he couldn't pass this one class. He just couldn't pass geometry. No matter what, he just couldn't pass geometry. Like, man, you're letting that one class. I'll tutor you, man. Come on. I don't know. He just gave up after a while. Just couldn't pass geometry. So I don't know.
Isn't that spatial?
Yeah. Amazing flute player, man. Like, amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I can see your message there, Rich. You want to know how Geddy Lee plays so many millions of notes with one right-hand finger.
Yeah.
He comes from the Jameson school, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. That's right.
Until he digs in, and then he does this.
Yeah.
Fingernail-tastic. He sues. You mean he uses four fingers to dig? Right?
That is the correction.
Yeah.
Yes.
He sues.
Correction.
Albriana, any of you
Sues it.
exactly? Any of you fellas ever play one of those Geddy Lee basses? Well,
Yes.
my mate Gary,
I
who
answered.
we've spoken about on many occasions, had a black and gold which he sold through the gallery not that long ago, 2 years ago. Made a very nice profit, unsurprisingly. Very nice, great, lovely. But again, another wall I've played that did absolutely nothing for me.
Yeah.
Just can't see it. I've tried. I've played them over nearly 40 years. Whenever I see one in a store, I'll go and play it. And am I going to get that magical, woo, it's a wall? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's never happened. Never happened. Yeah, I can pick a status up. Spectre. GB. Suddenly go, yep. Exactly what I want. No, it doesn't have that. Doesn't have that. For me, it does for you. Doesn't for me.
Oh,
it just
of
doesn't.
course not.
But everyone's different. But I don't get the wall thing. I get the feeling now people convince themselves that it has to be amazing, and it's like it's not. There's nothing wrong if you say actually. I just don't get on with that instrument. That's many a wall was bought in expectation and sold because it just didn't live up to what people thought it was going to be.
Remember when we were at the gallery and we talked about that? Because the three of them that were there, the one, I mean, okay. There's a guy here, the guy who owns the low end, Brian. He's actually got a pair of walls. And he's got a Pro 1, which of course is the single pickup model. And then he's got another, I forget what the other one is. But there's a Mystique, and the Mystique is all hype. And I mean, because I've had 6 of them myself, right? And I don't understand it. It's you have this thing in your mind that you want to hear. It was just like, in a way, it was just like me with the Rickenbackers, because I've had 180 of them. I was looking for something, right?
What? 180?
I never told you that, Andy. No, I over the years,
and he still didn't learn. Yeah,
no. But the crazy thing is, because the first thing you think of, so Zuma, to your point earlier, Geddy Lee was an inspiration at the time. Yeah. And so the first Rick I had was black and white, and that went through a series of, okay, this one sounds good, but what does that white one sound like? What does that red one sound like? What does that blue one sound like? And so zip, 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 all these Ricks go flying, and it's you either love them or you hate them. And I think it's the same with the wall. I think it's you either love them or hate them. And it was kind of like what John said to us, and this is where I was going. When we were speaking with John at the gallery, and when I asked him, I said, how often do you sell them here? And he said, oh, all the Americans buy them. Okay. That dials it in. All the Americans buy them because they've got this thing in the back of their head that says, I'm going to play big money.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to play roll the bones, you know.
Do you know what? I can remember being at Sims, down with Martin Sims at 2002 when I was having the LEDs put in the Empathy and the Series 2000. There was a guy there, American guy. He'd flown in to get his walls LED'd up. And he had 2 of them, 5-string Mark IIs. And he was and bear in mind at this time, I don't think Wal had come back. They literally just stopped, or they were about to stop, and Pete Stevens was very close to passing away. Right. And this guy was totally Percy Jones, Brand X, John Giblin. But I remember him mentioning at the time, you heard this bloke, Justin Chancellor, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Right. He said, man, he's playing and all he uses are walls. That's why I've bought them. And I was like, really? Okay. But at that time, you could still get a wall sub £1,000.
Yes.
And I remember looking at it. He said, oh, you got status? I said, yeah. He said, don't use wall. I went, no. Why would I? He said, but you're in the UK. They're the best base. I went, no, that's you might think they are. For you, they are, but for me, they're not. I said I've played many. I turned one away about a year ago for £950. And he went, oh, all right. And but yeah, he'd come over and he put LEDs in them. Now I don't know really whether that will affect the price. It's still a wall, but I mean, he won't recoup the price of those, but then his wall will have rocketed astronomically anyway. So what do I
mean, when you spend 10 grand for a wall, no thanks. The most I ever gave for one was 1,500.
Yeah,
no,
I don't get it. I don't get it. But I know for some people they'll pick them up and pay anything.
Yeah,
and you're perfectly entitled to do that, and you're entitled to your opinion. But I've never picked one up and suddenly had that. Oh my God! I found the base of my life with a wall.
Yeah. There was a number of people, and there still are actually, for the same folks who say the same about a 62 jazz bass. You know, they'll spend 20 grand or what have you on a nut and bolt original 62 jazz bass that sold new for 200. That's simple, you know.
All of that. Electric Lowen. I remember being way too excited during the first Sonisphere Festival in 2009. I was in the front row, right in front of the speakers. Learned my lesson not to be right at the front.
Deafening, isn't it?
Regarding Rush, or just we were talking about where to stand in a. Tall, okay. Russell Zorner, good to see you. Hi from Halloween Town. Hope everyone's doing okay. We're good. We're probably here for about another 10-15 minutes, so feel free to chat away.
Right, I need to jump off.
I've heard that. Bye.
Wow.
Well, clearly. Yeah. I like that. He just disappeared like a ghost.
Did you do that, or did he do that?
No, he did that. I didn't. I literally was getting to my mouse so I could say bye. And
your hand was moving. It looked like he went like this, like.
Yeah, I did. See, he's kind of there, which means he's probably just had a phone call. Oh. So he'll pop back on possibly, or he'll remove his window. If you pardon the phrase. So yeah, there we go. There we are. So yes, live chat tomorrow. I'll be cleaning up the Bootsy bass. Might take a couple of other basses in actually. Give him a little tweak. Let's think what needs doing. I need to put in the foam in the Lakeland 4464. Stop those pickups wobbling about. And there's a whole bunch of basses need restringing, but they won't be live chats. They will be proper Workbench videos. So I need to get them lined up next week, I think. So there's a Stingray needs doing. Nick Smith's Spectre needs doing. Let's have a look. What else? Oh, there's so many. Betsy's all right. Two GBs need doing. T-base needs a tweak. I know that. Lodestone's done. Precision's done. The ATK, the Ibanez ATK, that needs a restringing. That hasn't had new strings on since in 10 years. So that needs a new set on.
Shocking behaviour.
Hasn't been out gigging, that bass. I haven't been abroad. What's this? Andy Stratford. Nick Beggs bought his original wall for 15 grand.
Oh, we know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Because he did a crowdfunding thing to try and afford to buy it.
I know got it, but
yeah.
bastard.
So 15 grand. Shouldn't have sold it in the first place. Russell Zorner, if someone wants to start an instant brand with full transparency, I'll send you ash, walnut, and maple roughed out bodies using your CNC file at cost and labor. You usually would spec them to fit Warmouth necks because they're licensed fender replacement as well, so then both work. Still looking to try a couple of the ATK versions. I've got an ATK 400, which was made in Indonesia. It's amazing. Cost me £3. So three. You've heard this story. You've heard this story, Zuma.
I don't.
I'll give you the concise.
Purchase
I'll
for
give you the
£3.
concisest version I can. So I came back from a trip to Israel in 2014, and it was the 10th time my Status Empathy had gone walkabout at the airport. They hate the fact it had LEDs in. It went for scanning 5 times. It disappeared, and they said, we'll get it sent to you. And I thought, I've been through this so many times, I'm just peed off with it now. The base just disappeared. It turned up 5 days later, at which point I decided I was not taking any expensive gear, my nice bases, on trips anymore. So either I hire in or I'm going to buy a base that's cheap. So if something happens to it, I'm not bothered. I was looking at getting a relatively nice but cheap second-hand Jazz and using a John East preamp in a pedal. Rather than fit it and make it active, keep as much electronics out of it as possible and do it all via a pedal. Contacted John. Do you have your electronic preamp as a pedal? He said, well, I've made 2 for Dave Swift. I've got 1 here. If you want to buy it, it's yours. So I said, right, let me get the bass first, then we'll sort it out. So I'm looking on eBay, and an ATK appears, and it was at about £51. And I was like, oh, okay. Keep an eye on that. I've never played an ATK, but I've never played an Ibanez I didn't like, and I was very au fait with what the ATKs did and how they sounded, and I thought, perfect. Ibanez's version of a Stingray looks cheap. I'll keep an eye on it. Thing was coming up, completed on the Sunday, so get to Sunday, and I've got on my phone an alarm saying, don't forget the Ibanez is on eBay. Finish time 12:30. I got an email out of the blue from Nectar Points. So we have a thing over here called Nectar Points. They're like loyalty points when you do your shopping and various transactions, when you put petrol in your car, and you can convert them into money or other things. So I got a message from them saying, if you buy something on eBay up until midnight tonight, if you use £100 worth of Nectar Points to buy something off eBay, we will give you £50 worth of points back. I was like, well, I want to buy this bass, and I bet it's going to go over £100. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to convert £100 worth of Nectar Points into whatever it was, eBay. They sent you a code, and then you put it into eBay when you go through. So I'm watching this thing get to midday. It's on about £56, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. You're telling me I'm going to get an Ibanez ATK for like £50? 12:15, it's gone up to about 65. I'm like, it's not rocketing, is it?
Yeah.
Getting to the last 5 minutes, I'm like, right, we're ready. This could be the new base to take on foreign trips. You get to about 2-3 minutes from the final countdown, and It's on about 71 quid. And I'm like, no one's interested in this. Or it's suddenly going to rocket into life. We get to like the last 30 seconds and it was on about 80 quid. And I'm like, this is nuts. So I put in a bid of, I think I put in like 158 quid or something. I thought it's not even going to get to that. Yeah. It didn't. It got to 103 quid. So I'm like, right. So I won it. And it turned out it was a woman who had 2 sons, and she bought one of them a drum kit and one a bass in 2002, which is when this bass came out. And they played for like a couple of weeks and stuck them in the loft. Here we are in 2014, so 12 years later. She's clearing the loft, time to sell it. And so it was 103 quid. I used £100 of nectar points, and the following day I got £50 of those back. It's nectar points, not even cash. I paid £3 on my credit card. So in real money terms, that bass cost me 3 quid.
Crazy.
I went and got it. It was immaculate. It was like it had never been played.
That is awesome.
The daft thing is she had an SWR working man's combo, and I think that sold for about 40 quid. I should have bid on that and won that, but never mind. I didn't need it. I had other gear. But yes, so that Ibanez is amazing, and it did a bunch of trips as well, 2015, 2016.
Awesome.
And it sounds amazing. There's a demo here on the channel. Russell, I'll put the link to it, actually, if you want to check it out. Bear me a minute. I'll just get you a link. I need to do a review video of that, actually. I've never got round to it. Ibanez ATK 400. I've put review. It's a demo. What the hell are you doing, man? Let's take that out of the title, actually. There we go. I'll stick that in there. If you want to check it out, Russ, feel free. But these are the cheap ones. It's not a Japanese one. It's an Indonesian one. It's great for the money. A lot of bass for the money. All right. Now, what are you saying? Some of that design morphed into the Thomann. We're talking about the ATK. Yes. Single slab bodies. Yes. There are 2 good hardwood suppliers in or near you. Not an affiliate, but I go there to look at wood sometimes because slabs are pretty. Gabby and Northwest Timber, heck, you can pick your slab. If you want slabs, they ship small ones free. So if you want small pieces, you can get them at our local cost. Very good. Your dispensaries have loyalty points. That's been mainstreamed that well. Love base deals. Finally getting rewarded with something you actually will want and use. You're just getting ready for physical training. So I'm taking off, but wanting to drop a line. No problem. Drop a drive-by like. Thank you very much. Everyone be well. Have a good week. Cheers, Russ. Take it easy. Workbench. Yes. Richard, are you feeling okay, Stacey? She's probably at work. Yeah. So that was the story on the ATK.
Nice.
For 3 quid. And if it suddenly disappeared in customs or it never made it back from a flight, I would not be brokenhearted. It's a great bass. I can pick them up anytime, really.
Yeah.
And it surprises me because Ibanez have discontinued them. And I know they made them for years, but they seem to have quite a following.
Yeah, I wonder
the only problem is the Indonesian ones, the body slab weighs
heavy.
A ton.
It's
It's very heavy. But it's actually quite a compact bass. It's not long. Although it is 34-inch scale, it's quite sort of stocky. But God, you put it on, it's like, oh, yeah.
Well, you see, Russell will make you another body.
Well, there you go. I don't need another bass. He says,
Swap it.
looking at
You can get
44 of the buggers. Yes.
Can I have a lightweight ATK slab?
Yeah. I think the Japanese ones they're really like the real deal. But this Indonesian one, it's got the same electronics and pickup in it, so. And they weren't that expensive, but they do come up. I remember before I bought this, I kept seeing them appear on eBay, and they were like 130 quid, 140 quid, which is why when it wasn't really going up, I wasn't surprised. But I thought it's got to hit 100, surely.
Yeah.
And it did, just. But 103.
You still get lucky on eBay sometimes.
Well, this was a while ago. This was like 11 years ago, but I used it actually for quite a while. I used it as my main gigging bass with that covers band in the lead up to taking it away and it being the only bass I had with me for a month. And yeah, it was all good. All good. What we got there? Stacey saying hello to everyone. You're a little excitable, are you? What are you doing at work? You can't get excitable in a pharmacy, surely. It is 20 past 11. Good Lord, the evening's flown by. I'm going to wind this up, I think, gents. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a little bit more laid back tonight, as opposed to the usual frenetic convo where we're going and we can't fit it all in. It's been a little bit more subdued, which is kind of good for a change. So on that note, I will bid you all good night. Have a great week. If you've got gigs coming up, get there safely, get home safely as well. I'll be doing a live chat in the Workbench, on the Workbench tomorrow. So if you want to join me, I don't know what time it'll be. It'll be when it happens. So I've got dogs to walk and jobs to do. But yeah, have a good week, gents. I'll catch you next week.
You too.
Enjoy your t-shirt, Zoomer.
I will.
So on Monday, Mike.
Hope so.
Yeah,
Stay
I'll
safe.
look out for you.
Lovely. I'm sure you'll see me.
Yeah, I know.
The winter plumage gives it away.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Take it easy.
Yeah. Bye for now,
Right,
guys.
lads. Take care. I'll see you next
You
week.
too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, sir. I'll see you soon.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care. Right, boys and girls, on that note, we're going to bring it to an end. If you're watching this after the event, please feel free to leave comments and leave comments if you wish, or you can what was I saying? Give it a thumbs up, leave comments, feel free to share it out and carry on the conversation via the comments section. And anything we've talked about, there'll be timestamps on this video from midday tomorrow. And yeah, more content coming up. We've got the review video of the Wilcock medium scale 102 that was meant to go live today. It'll be tomorrow now. And then we've got the short scale 102 demo and review, and then we're into the Neil Murray bases. Keep your eyes peeled. Plenty coming up on the channel. On that note, I'm going to bed. See you next Tuesday. Take it easy, guys and girls. See you soon.